welcome to Spartan Stadium for Friday Night Football. Tonight's matchup is a Chaffee County rivalry. The Buena Vista Demons against your Salida Spartans. This contest is governed by the rules and regulations of the Colorado High School Activities Association. The officials are our guests during this game, and their decisions should be respected at all times. Sportsmanship should prevail both on the field and in the stands. We thank you for your cooperation. And now to the starting lineup, the starting defense for your Salida Spartans. A junior, number 3, Severin Case. A junior, number 4, Ryan Bolts. A junior, number 7, Shade Hadley. A junior, number 9, Cole Sykes. A junior, number 24, Cody Barney. A sophomore, number 27, Eli Smith. A sophomore, number 47, Xavier Miller Barnes. A junior, number 70, H.L. Scott. A junior, number 75, Matt Lucero. And for your seniors, number 52, Hayden Garduno. And number 58, Justin Christensen. And the rest of your Salida Spartans.
6'1", 200 pounds, and a senior. He's a returner. Joey Evans is the starting left guard, 6'3", 260 pounds, and a junior. Juan Doyle, who greatly improved last week at the center spot, is in there, 6'2", 265 pounds. Hunter Wall is the starting right guard, a 3-year starter at the position, 5'6" tall, 210 pounds. Mac Lucero is the starting right tackle, 6 feet, 175 pounds. This will be his 3rd start of the year. The wide receivers, 4 of them. Eli Smith on one outside spot. He's a returner, played backer last year and tight end. 6 feet, 190 pounds. He's got 8 catches for 128 yards and 1 touchdown on the campaign. Shade Hadley is on the other side of him on the outside, 5'10", $150, and a returning junior. Severin Case is one slot, 5'11", 145 pounds. He's got 2 catches and 5 yards to show for it. Making his first high school start of the season, it will be Dylan Lay at 5'10", 145 pounds. He is a junior. Cody Farney will be the starting tailback, as Dan mentioned, with the injured Vince DeLeo not available tonight and out at least for the next couple of games. Bridger Russell, the starting quarterback, 6'2", 170 pounds, and a junior. A week ago, had a big game, rushing 10 times for 145 yards and 2 scores in that football game. The defense for Matt Flavin in his now 6th year as the head coach of the Demons, 56-7 and the win percentage at 89%. Colt Blakenbeckler will be one defensive end, 6'2", 170 pounds. Nick Villalobos is on the other side, 5'9", 185, and a sophomore. Had a nice first game against Alamosa last week. Hayden McGinnis is the starting tackle, 6'2", 200 pounds. He slides over from the end position. The linebackers, 5 of them. Jordan Yates at 6'4", 165 pounds, and a junior. Toby Camp, who had 7 tackles a week, is back as well. Had a big game on offense. Jack Baroni is the returning All-State player in the middle, 5'10", 165, had 12 tackles in game number 1. Denver Hargrove has slid over to another linebacker spot, 6'1", $175. He's a returner. Dylan Jewell is the rover, 5'10", 170 pounds, and a senior. Michael Morgan is the starting safety. Shiloh Marine and Kane Laridan are the 2 corners. Shiloh at 6'1", $150, and a sophomore. Laridan is the junior at 5'9", 150 pounds. Temperatures look like they should be pretty nice for tonight's game. The wind is certainly howling around as fans have come out for the annual Chaffee County Showdown. It is always a great place to be, and our captains getting a chance to walk out towards midfield. Again, not an empty seat right now in the facility. Dan Reitenauer is down on the field. We'll go down to him as we hear from our head referee, Fred Zirkel, on today's coin toss. Get down to Dan in just a second. I know the officials are having everybody shake hands. Let's go down now.
So I'm being appointed captain. It's a very important job. We'll take care of business for you. You take care of business for us. Do we understand each other? Okay. Buena Vista, you're the visiting team. You're going to call my coin. That's the tails that side, the heads that side. What are you going to call? What do you say?
Heads.
It's a heads. You won the toss. You want to defer?
So the Buena Vista Demons have won the toss, and they will defer, which means Salida gets the ball first. Our final timeout kickoff is coming up next. Salida, Buena Vista on Eagle Country 104. Good to go to you for...
will be singing the national anthem from the field. Take it away, Alex.
your national anthem sung by senior Alexis Mays from Salida High School. Good evening and welcome out on Eagle Country 104. Another edition of the Chaffee County Showdown. I'm Andrew Stossmeister, joined tonight in the booth with Lynn Gates. Dan Reinauer is on the sidelines for us. Nolan Dotter is our studio engineer. These two teams meeting for the 14th time since 2004. Buena Vista has dominated the series of recent memory, winning the last 5. Salida scored for the first time in last year's game. It was a close game the last time around for about a quarter and a half. Lynn, Salida's hoping to change things. They are the more experienced team this year.
Well, yeah, you're right. They definitely are. But like we've said, that winning tradition of Buena Vista's has carried kind of carried them through a little bit of that inexperience here early in the season. It
is a windy evening as we start things. Danny on the sideline. Can you hear us, Danny? I know that the wind is howling down there.
When we did the pregame show, I said, it's about the only bad thing. If you really want to complain, it's a little breezy. Okay, I take that back. It's downright windy now.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. We got their kickers ready to go. Blakenbeckler and Yates are both going to run. It's going to be a squib kick. No, it's a short kick. End over end cut at the 18. Salida has got it. Here they come to the 15, to the 20, the 35 now. All the way dancing around and running backwards is Case, who got hit back at the 33-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Pablo Venegas, but a flag comes out on the first play of the game. As we'll try to check on our official, it looks like it is a hold and block in the back on the Spartans. So first start for them. Lynn Gates, let's get to your keys for Salida as they will open inside their own 20-yard line.
Well, and it starts with their offense. I think they got to limit their turnovers tonight. I would say definitely under 3, 2 or less would be better. They need to play all 4 quarters. No matter what's happening in the game, play all 4 quarters, and then have a balanced offensive attack, I think will really help them tonight.
Big crowd on hand for tonight's game. The football is moved back to the 23-yard line, working right to left with the wind at their back, and Salida comes out under center, and they turn. Bridger Russell turns. He gives the ball to Farney. He does not break the first man across the 25 to the 26-yard line. That is a gain of 3.5. Let's officially call it 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6.
Well, really nice job on that defensive end spot there, and also that outside linebacker of Jordan Yates making that tackle.
Yates and Villalobos, and Salida trying to come out and be physical. They're a shotgun team, but they're showing double tight ends. One receiver is Hadley to the left side. Russell is the quarterback. He's under center. He turns. He hands the ball off. Same play. Farney across the 30 to the 32-yard line. White jerseys are there, and he goes down. Again, Yates and Blakenbeckler are in on the tackle. Michael Morgan as well. That is going to be a run of 6.5 yards and a Spartan first down.
Well, Farney's going to be the workhorse with DeLeo out tonight, Andrew, and right there he hit the hole hard and kept his knees moving through some traffic.
Opening drive of the football game, Salida with it on their home field. It is game number 3. They are 1-1 on the season. They will open up out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Russell, the quarterback. He brings a man in motion as Dylan Lay. The handoff goes right up the middle to Farney, and he bulldozes his way across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. The white jerseys were there for Buena Vista. The number 1 team in Class 1A won last week late with a victory over Alamosa. Salida also coming off of a victory last week at Pagosa Springs. 3 Cody Farney runs here early on. Second down and 8. Working right to left. Salida in all purple. The counter play. Farney is through to the 40. He's up to the outside of the numbers. Midfield. Breaks a tackle and dives to the 45-yard line of Buena Vista. Touchdown saving tackle on the perimeter by the Demons.
Well, that was just really an isolated give with a little misdirection by Dylan Lay in there, and Dylan Lay also had a key block down the field for a big gain for the Spartan offense.
18 yards tackled by Michael Morgan, just underway, 10:22, quarter number 1, opening drive of the game. Russell checking at the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 receivers to the left. He brings Severin Case in motion in that direction. They toss it out to Severin. He gets a block to the 45. Now he gets outside of the numbers at the 40. Dances at the 37 down to the 36-yard line before he is collared and brought down by Jordan Yates near a Spartan first down.
Well, we saw Alamosa have some success, especially early against that Demon defense of getting out in space and getting the corner. And right there, Salida Spartans got the corner, and they're getting the corner with great blocks from their wideouts.
8 yards on the pickup, down to the BV 38-yard line. Working right to left on the left hash. 5 down linemen. Here's the counter play. It gives up the middle to Farney. This time he is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and maybe to the 36-yard line. The officials will come in and spot. Good surge by Buena Vista up the middle. Camp was there along with his teammate in the middle, Colton Blakenbeckler.
Yeah, that was really the first time so far early in this game that Demon front seven has got some penetration.
3rd down and 2. Spartans on the season converting almost half of those. They'll come under center with Russell. Players put their hands down. Everybody in tight for BV. Turn to Farney. 1st down. He's inside the 30. Running outside of the 25. He's on his way. See you later. Cody Farney scores. 37 yards, and the Salida Spartans are on the board first.
Well, one thing I really liked about Salida on that opening drive was the kind of the speed of the game, and then the multiple sets, Andrew. They went with a jet set. They went with a single back and 4 wideouts. They went their slots tight, their slots wide, and that kind of gave Buena Vista some difficult looks defensively.
Hunter Wall, Mac Lucero blowing that play open on the right side of the line for Farney to get outside. The extra point try in the wind is up. It has 2 yards enough, and it is good. So the Salida Spartans with a 7-0 lead. Buena Vista was expecting pass. Instead, Salida comes out and they pound the rock down the field for a touchdown in 6 plays.
Well, again, that 3-man front of Buena Vista kind of lets that off tackle or off defensive end plays available, and that's really what they took advantage. And let's see what Buena Vista does next time to kind of counteract that if they go with a 5-man front like they did last week against Alamosa.
Danny is down on the sidelines. Danny, what an atmosphere tonight.
When all the little Spartans went to bed last night and dreamed about the perfect start to a game, this is what they were dreaming about, becoming reality on the first drive. And this is what Salida had to do: believe in themselves, come out, show they're not going to make the stupid mistakes, and that's what you just witnessed.
What a start. First time Salida has had a lead in 7 years over the Buena Vista Demons. They will have things teed up. The wind is at the back right now of the Salida Spartans. Right now we're getting 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts down on the field, and the crowd is into it. A lot of folks here on hand. 2 guys are back for Buena Vista. Again, waiting at the 50-yard line. Michael Morgan is the deep man. We'll see how Buena Vista responds to getting punched first. It's teed up. Giovanni Berry is ready. He's got it teed up on the right hash. He'll give a 6-yard running head start. It's end over end, and Morgan makes the grab in his own 12 in the middle of the field. 15 to the 20, 25, has a lane to the 30, gets hit and driven backwards at the 32-yard line by Salida, and that is where we'll see the Buena Vista offense come out for the first time. Good special teams tackle. It's Cody Farney.
Yeah, I was going to say Farney has come out, and really, I haven't seen Cody play this year. He's showing a lot of speed, Andrew. He looks like the fastest kid on the field right now for either team.
Put on some speed, and he's done a good job so far. It'll be Denver Hargrove at the quarterback spot, taking over his 2nd career game from the position. McGinnis, Ludwig, Atha, Baroni, and Galter are his linemen. It'll be a shotgun work. Remember, going into the wind for a team that wants to throw. Toby Camp comes in motion. Ball's on the ground. Hargrove falls on it, takes a knee, and gets run into. He will lose 4 yards, but that's a smart play by Denver. Don't try to pick it up and run. Instead, just take the loss.
Well, that's the one thing we didn't see out of that Buena Vista Demon offense last week was mistakes. And right away you can tell that Buena Vista's inexperienced players are a little bit rattled or maybe a little bit too amped up to start this game.
Only 3 returners back out there: McGinnis, Baroni, and Hargrove. However, Hargrove was not the quarterback. It was Keegan Wentz last year. 7-0 Salida, 8:20 to play, quarter number 1. Hargrove again out of the shotgun brings Morgan in motion. The counter play, and it's handed off up the middle. Salida snuffs it out there in the backfield, and a loss of 4 yards as the first man there was Justin Christensen, the 5'9" senior. It's 3rd down and long.
Well, and again, penetration kills the line of scrimmage, and there was 5 purple jerseys in the backfield. They had nowhere to go.
Coach Eric Hankey spoke with us before the game tonight. Got to stop the fly sweep. This is a perfect time for it right now for BV. Their line of scrimmage right now is their own 26. They've got to make it to the 42. Shotgun work. Hargrove gives it on the end around to Morgan. Morgan breaks the first wave, but Eli Smith wraps him up at the 28-yard line, down and thrown to the 30. That'll be a gain of 4 yards, but Buena Vista will have to punt.
Well, and you can tell the momentum in the crowd and everything is on Salida's side, but we talked about it, and one of the keys is Salida's got to maintain this for 4 quarters. You're not going to knock Buena Vista in the mouth once. You got to knock them over and over and over.
Hadley and Case are back at the 40. Hargrove is the punter. He's deep about 10 yards. He punted very well last week. This is a sidewinder kick. It stops in the wind and is down at the 44-yard line. All things considered, that's a pretty fair punt into the wind at 21 yards, but Salida will have excellent field position.
Well, and you know, honestly, with Buena Vista deferring, that was really what Coach Hankey wanted. He wanted the ball, and he not only got the ball, but he got his offense behind the wind behind his offense to start this game, and yeah, they have excellent field position.
First down and 10, 6:58 to play. Salida scores down the field. They got it in 7 plays. BV 3-and-out punt. Here comes a man in motion. It's Severin Case. The handoff up the middle to Cody Farney. Misses the first wave, but gets wrapped up at the 44-yard line for a gain of about 2 yards. Good job by the linebackers by BV coming up and meeting in the middle. Jack Baroni, the All-State player, is there on the pickup of 2.
Well, Baroni he has a nose for the football, and he covers a lot of ground from that linebacker position, and that was just a great fundamental tackle, kept his legs, drove Farney back.
Spartans a week ago had 475 total yards of offense. Here comes Dylan Lay in motion this time. Give is up the middle, ball's on the ground, and Buena Vista pointing. They look like they have it in their white jerseys. They do at the 45-yard line. Bad exchange between Farney and Russell, and the Demons for the first time on the opposite sideline standing and cheering.
Well, I don't know if that was a read play, Andrew, but Bridger Russell, he kept it in Farney's breadbasket for a while, and it seemed to me like Farney just didn't take the ball. I don't think it was a read, but Farney might have thought it was a read, and it was just laying on the ground.
So Buena Vista takes over. That's the one spot Salida was certainly worried about coming into this game. First down and 10 from the Spartan 45. Man in motion is Camp. They give it to Toby. End around. He is hit and ripped down at the 44-yard line. That is a gain of 1. What a tackle there by the Spartans, coming up and sticking the play down once again.
Yeah, that was number 52, Hayden Garduno, just kind of one-arm grabbed Toby Camp and put him down on the ground. But that's one thing we talked about. Salida cannot turn the ball over, especially on their side of the field, to Buena Vista, and especially with them having all the momentum, you don't want to give the Demons any right away here off of the turnover.
Gain is good for a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Hargrove with Morgan in motion on the end around. Instead, it's kept by the quarterback. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss of 3 yards. Hunter Wall is there, and so far Buena Vista in their run game going backwards for the most part.
Well, Hunter Wall, a 3-year starter for the Salida Spartans, just doing a nice job. But this was much how the Alamosa game started. The line of scrimmage is being dominated right now by the Salida Spartans.
3rd down and 11. A week ago, we watched BV convert one time. They made it count in the 4th quarter with Toby Camp scampering for the go-ahead touchdown of 59 yards. They're looking for the Spartan 35-yard line. It's 3rd down and 11 in the middle of the field. Hargrove is calling for it. Camp comes in motion. It'll be a keep by Hargrove. He rolls right, looking to throw it. He's hit as he throws it, and it's picked off. Eli Smith has it falling out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and Salida will take over as they force the first turnover of the season on Buena Vista.
Well, and that was created there by pressure again from Buena Vista, and specifically number 75, Mac Lucero, with the pressure on Hargrove, and Hargrove had to get rid of it under duress, rolling to the near sideline, and Smith with a very athletic play on the sideline to not only catch the ball, but he got 2 feet in as well.
Good job making the grab as Salida will take over. Spartans turned the ball over, so each team with a turnover here in the first quarter. 7-0 Salida. Russell the throw, looking for Smith, and it's in and out of his hands at the 45-yard line. Good coverage on the back end by Leighton Mitchell, but if you ask Eli Smith, he should have had it 2nd and 10.
Well, we jinxed him, Andrew. He had talked about what good hands he had on the defensive side of things, and Russell put a strike. Eli had to go up high at the 40-yard line of Buena Vista, but he'll be the first one to tell you he should have got that one.
4:54 to play. We are in quarter number 1. It is 7-0 Salida. Out of the shotgun, Russell turns, keeps it on the end around, has space to the 45, up to midfield, hit from behind and thrown down at the 44-yard line. Bridger, so impressive a week ago running before he was injured and out in the 3rd quarter. That time he grabbed 17 yards and the sticks will move.
Well, it was a great call and a great read by Russell as Farney's been getting that ball on that quick give, and he just put it in there and brought it right back out and had great yardage on the near sideline.
Dylan Lay goes wide right. Severin Case is slot right. Shade Hadley to the left. The tight end, Eli Smith, is tight to the right. 1st down and 10 from the Buena Vista 42-yard line. From the left hash, quarterback Russell turns. Farney's got it up the middle, breaks the tackle to the 35, and scampers inside the 33 down to the 32. Near another 1st down before he is pulled down by Michael Morgan and Jordan Yates.
Well, again, it's just, basic football is the offensive line is making a big hole for Farney, and Farney's hitting it fast, and they're getting chunks of yardage on offense right now. Defense looks a little bit lost. Buena Vista looks lost defensively.
1st down and 10. Russell quick snap turns. Farney loses the ball again, and who's got it at the 32-yard line? The official on the far side comes in. I think Buena Vista recovered it, so another poor handoff that time from Russell, getting it over to Farney. The exchange was not clean, and Buena Vista will take over at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Russell does, I'm sure it's what he's supposed to do, but he does this kind of a strange turn when he gets the ball, and he puts his back to the defense in the line of scrimmage, and that time he kind of got, his timing was just a little bit off with Farney, and Farney didn't get it cleanly, and turnover number 2 here in the 1st quarter.
Remember, it is a new back. Vince DeLeo, the starter, is not available tonight. He's in jeans. Handoff goes on the end around. Toby Camp runs to the 35, and that's as far as you get. Purple jerseys are all over them. Team speed to the edge right now looks very, very good. Ryan Moltz is in there, along with Shade Hadley on the tackle. It is a gain of 4 yards. 3:39 to play. Where clock is ticking here in the 1st quarter. Salida goes down the field. They score on 7 plays. Weren't really challenged, but they have turned the ball over their next 2 possessions. BV turned it over on their last possession on 3rd down. Denver Hargrove out of the shotgun. He'll bring a man in motion. It's Morgan. They give it to Michael on the end around at the 35 to the 40. He's got a 1st down. He gets wide to midfield, down the sidelines. There he goes. He's hit and hogtied at the 29-yard line on a touchdown-saving tackle by Cole Seitz. But there's the big play BV needed to get right back in it as they come up with a run of 29 yards and a 1st down.
Well, I thought last week, Andrew, that Michael Morgan showed kind of the speed that Buena Vista is looking for offensively for some big play potential, and he came up big on that one, and now Buena Vista's in business.
Beg your pardon, where they actually mark him down, give him 36 yards, all the way down to the 28-yard line. Moving left to right, the jerseys in white for Buena Vista, red helmets, and the BV logo on the side. Here's Camp in motion this time. They give it to Toby on the end around, gets a block from his left guard and Hayden McGinnis, and then darts forward across the 25, maybe to the 24-yard line. Let's see where they spot him. They might actually give him a couple more yards. They're going to mark him down at the 21. Nice little pickup there by Toby Camp.
Well, again, after that 1st turnover, the Salida Spartan defense stood strong right away. On the 2nd turnover, you could see the kids kind of duck their head a little bit, and now Buena Vista is starting to get some momentum.
2nd down, moving closer to the red zone. 2:38 to play in the 1st. 7-0 Salida. BV trying to answer. Couple of drives later, Camp in motion. Snap is high, looking for the quick slant outside. It's bobbled and incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jordan Yates. Severin Case in coverage. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think Buena Vista's having a little bit of trouble throwing into that wind, Andrew. Is that the timing was fine, but the ball kind of sailed on Hargrove, and it was a little bit too tall even for Jordan, who did get some hands on it, but it just seemed like it floated under that wind.
Case was right there. So let's see how Salida handles the guys on the outside. 2 big receivers for BV that They'll try to get it to. Blankenbeckler goes wide left. Yates goes wide right. Tight end almost like for Toby Camp is slot right. Morgan is slot left. He comes in motion. There's a tailback back there. It goes to the right side on the end around. Morgan's got a first down inside the 15, keeping the legs pushing to the 10. Drop the ball and down at the 7-yard line, but I think they're going to say Michael's down at the 10, so it is a nice play and a pickup of 15 yards and a first down.
Well, really nice job there blocking on that front by Max Atha and also Chance Galter there. Buena Vista's really starting to click a little bit offensively, and it starts with their line.
Hargrove out of the gun, calling for it. He brings Camp in motion. They fake it, and no, they do give it to Toby on the end around. Salida doesn't see it, and Camp is into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown with 2:04 to play in the first quarter. We're an extra point away from the tie.
Well, and really, Salida knows they have to focus on that slot back and the veer. And really, on this drive, Buena Vista, that's all they did was big yardage off the right, and now this time the left side via Morgan and Camp waltzes in for a 10-yard score.
Great job on that end around. Toby's the go-to guy when BV needs a play so far. Now the Demons have to go for 2. They don't feel comfortable kicking it. They go end around again. Salida in the backfield. They miss the tackle, reaching across and in for the conversion are the Demons on the end around. I believe it was Morgan, and he scores, and Buena Vista takes the lead 8-7. Let's go to the third member of our crew down on the sideline with Dan Ridenauer. Danny?
Yeah, this is a fun game just to be at. The Salida folks love the first 10 minutes for the players, the community, the moms, the dads, the students, the coaches. They were having a ball that first 10 minutes. Now Buena Vista coming back. Both stands are packed, and this is just a great, great atmosphere. If you're not here, you're missing it.
Thank you, Danny. High school sports tonight is being brought to us by the Kodapack. Down on the sideline. Spartans have moved it each time they've had it. They've turned the ball over on 2 of their 3 drives. This is a big spot for them to respond, Lynn.
It is because, they put up 419 yards per game the first 2 weeks, and it looks like they're every bit as good tonight on that. But they got to take care of the football, or Buena Vista's going to be able to do what they just did, get some momentum, and now they got the lead.
Blankenbeckler kicks it. It's off the side of his foot. Case looks for it, make sure it will go out of bounds, and it does. That's not a strength this year for BV. They lost their kicker from a year ago, so they've tried to find a couple of different things to use here in 2016, and it starts with they're going to run 2 guys to the ball. One's a right-footed kicker, one's a left-footed kicker. That time Blankenbeckler kicked it, and he kicked it out of bounds.
Well, I didn't talk about it in the keys to the game, Andrew, but you and I talked about it, and it definitely is going to be a difference. Salida much stronger in the kicking game, the special teams, and that really could come down to it in a close game to make a difference.
First down and 10 from the 35-yard line, working left to right. Russell's out of the shotgun. He brings Shade Hadley in motion this time. Handoff up the middle, and Farney is swarmed around at the 34. In fact, I think lost a yard. Good push up front by Buena Vista. They got some guys in there. Despite graduating people from last year, you have a person like Hayden McGinnis who slides over from end. He's in on that tackle on no gain.
Well, right on cue, McGinnis just had a huge hit to knock Farney in the backfield. And, yeah, he's a returning all-state player as just a junior.
Couple new guys getting onto the field for the first time tonight is Salida going with a little bit different package again with DeLeo out. That's moved guys around. Case is in motion. They fake it. No, they do give it up the middle to the tailback, and it is Farney who reaches across the 37, maybe to the 38-yard line. That is a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 7 as the clock approaches 70 seconds in this first quarter.
Well, and again, just a quick hitter by Farney. Farney's definitely the workhorse here in this first quarter. I don't know how many carries you just said he had, but it is quite a load as they have kept the ball on the ground this whole first quarter.
3rd down and 7, looking for the 45 out of the gun. Russell the throw, looks out, quick slant. He's got Case, makes the grab. First down across the 45 to the 47. Good job by Severn. He was 3 yards short when he caught the football, tucked it up the field immediately, got lower than the defender and reached out for a nice pickup, and the sticks will move for the Spartans.
Well, Severin, he's a great athlete, the point guard on the basketball team last couple years, and he hasn't been that involved in the passing game and offense, and I'm sure that Coach Hankey would like to see more of that in this game and in the future.
Big conversion, 35 seconds to play. BV by 1, out of the shotgun. Russell, he turns left, he tosses it outside to Case. Case has a block inside BV territory before he's wrapped up at the 46 by Morgan. That is a gain of 6 yards and maybe the final play of the quarter.
Michael Morgan's third unassisted tackle in this first quarter. He's having himself a really nice game on both sides of the ball to start for the Demons.
Coach Lutt looking at the scoreboard, 9 seconds, they want to run a play. It'll be 2nd down and 4 to go. Here comes Lay in motion. No, it's somebody moving early, looking down the field, and it's incomplete. Nobody turned around there for Salida, and a better chance for Yates to nearly catch the football. That is the end of the first quarter. The Buena Vista Demons 8, Salida 7. Quarter number 2 is next. You're listening to High School. Third down is 4 as we begin the second quarter. Buena Vista leads it 8-7. Here's the turn right side. Farney tries to sidestep a man, reaches out across the 44-yard line. He needed the 42. He got 2 yards, and it will be 4th down. It looked like Salida was looking for 2 plays, but already a heavy dose tonight of Cody Farney for the Salida Spartans.
Well, and it is, and a great effort by Farney to reach out there and make this a interesting situation for the Salida Spartan offense with 4th and about 1.5 yards.
Already 11 carries, 94 yards. It is 4th down for Salida and about 1.5 yards. Under center is Russell. He's got 2 backs behind him, 1 receiver to the right. He looks over, and now I think Coach Luttrell is going to take a timeout. Along with Dan Ridenauer, Lynn Gates, I'm Andrew Stossmeister. The Salida Spartans and the Buena Vista Demons meeting in the Chaffee County Showdown, meeting number 14 since 2004, largely dominated by Buena Vista until last season. Salida hadn't scored a point in the last 5 matchups. They got onto the board. They were down 14-7 at the end of the first quarter, but BV put it on in the second quarter and really used a big third with 3 touchdowns to take that one. The last time Salida won, got to go back a little while, back to 2009. That was also the last time Salida made the playoffs. And tonight, we're seeing Salida look like they're the aggressor, but for them, 2 big key turnovers.
Yeah, 2 turnovers, but you can tell that it's just a different feel of the game, and the flow of the game is different. It's the Salida's flow. They're doing what they want to do on offense, and they're moving the ball all over the field right now. They just got to hold on to it.
They break the huddle, 1 tight end left. Eli Smith is the tight end to the right. Russell comes under center. Quarterback sneak, didn't get the football, and he is stood up and pushed forward. He's going to be close. He needed the 42. He got to at least the 42.5, and this is going to depend on the spot. Initially, Bridger struggled. He got hit right away, but he got low, kept his feet moving, and I think he's going to be really, really close.
That was awkward, Andrew. It seemed like he kind of bobbled the snap. He stood kind of straight up, and then when it came down to the spot, it was quite a bit farther downfield than you and I had thought.
And the officials don't even want to measure. It is a turnover on down. So the Spartans, with their last 3 possessions, lackadaisical. They have 2 fumbles, and then that time just kind of ran out of steam. They're moving it, but just not converting when they need to.
Well, and again, Andrew, I saw both side judges around the 42-yard line, and it ends up they spotted it at almost the 43-yard line. I'm really not sure. You're always supposed to spot the ball from the side, and instead the White Hat ends up spotting the ball about a yard short.
That's interesting for sure. Let's see how Buena Vista takes over with it. Just underway in the second quarter. BV by 1 with the 2-point conversion differential. They bring Toby Camp in motion. Hargrove back to throw, the wind at his back. Loads up, looking downfield, has a man, and it's overthrown by about 5 yards. Looking for Jordan Yates, incomplete.
Well, and that's a good call because you got the wind at your back now. That's one thing I'm sure Coach Hankey wish he would have taken a little more advantage of the wind in getting another score on the board. But Buena Vista going long, trying to spread that defense out and seeing what the wind on your back can do.
I will tell you, that's one of the strengths, I think, of this BV team this year is to throw the ball outside to their guys. They've got 2 people that can go catch it.
They do. Like you said, they have big targets with good hands.
234 yards a week ago. Tonight, I'm not sure at positive yards quite yet for BV. They got right over there probably with that touchdown run from Michael Morgan, who's got 3 carries in the football game for 55 yards. Second down and 10, working right to left in white jerseys as Morgan goes in motion left to right. They give it to Michael on the end around. He's through up to midfield and tackled at the ankles and wrapped up at the Spartan 49-yard line. But Salida not seeing that end around. It's much, much shorter tonight than it was last week against Alamosa.
It is. It's shorter, and maybe it's the synthetic field gives them a little bit of an advantage on that, they think, to get it a little tighter and a little quicker. But, yeah, they're definitely, Morgan and Camp are hitting that side a lot quicker and a lot tighter than they did last week.
Third down and 3 yards to go from midfield exactly. Hargrove is in the gun. 4 receivers, 2 by 2. This time it's Camp who comes on the end around. He takes the football. He's got the first down. He's loose through the 40, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Toby Camp got through. Salida missed their assignment, and Camp makes them pay for it with a 50-yard run and strike on third down.
Well, you called it, Andrew. Toby came off the tackle tight and fast. Hargrove carried out the fake just enough to spread that defense out just a little bit. Seems like Salida, especially on this series here, it looked like their linebackers and defensive backs got kind of caught looking in the backfield a little bit too much, not keying their offensive line keys.
Coach Flav excited on the other sideline. He was jumping up and down as Camp squirted through. You could see one guy was there to make the tackle for Salida, and he missed, hit the ground running. So a 2-point conversion now. Hargrove out of the shotgun. He'll bring Camp in motion. They don't give it to Toby. They throw it over the middle, and the pass is incomplete, thrown behind the intended target in the end zone in Jordan Yates. So it'll be 14-7. High school football tonight is brought to us by McDonald's. Salida McDonald. Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team. Dan Ryan now down on the sideline.
And I tell you, the excitement on both sides now. I mentioned how fun this game is. It's getting better all the time. But Lynn said it at the beginning of the game. This is 4 quarters. It's a cliche, but can Salida hang in there, keep this energy up? They got a fast pace going. Can they do it for 4 quarters? That's the question that the coach is asking the players right now.
Thanks, Danny. 10:24 to play. We're in the second quarter. Salida scored first on 7 plays. They would then, on their next 2 drives, turn the ball over by way of the fumble. And then on downs their last time through, on drive number 2, it was Buena Vista getting into the end zone. Toby Camp scratched across the end zone with 2:04 to play. Conversion was successful. They just scored on their last drive on a 50-yard score from Toby Camp. Ball is teed up at the 40-yard line with the wind to the back this time, as it looks like it's going to be a straight effort by Blakenbeckler. Yates is right there as well. Back to receive for Salida. They've got Case and Hadley. Here's the kick. It's a short one fielded by one of the up men at the 30-yard line. 35, dancing at the 40 down to the 41-yard line. Good job by Buena Vista covering it up. That's something to be aware of here tonight. If you're Salida, you got to be aware of the short kick as Kroschel made the return for 12 yards.
Well, and again, great field position for that Salida offense. There is a penalty flag on the field, and it is going to be against Salida.
Tough against them, and Coach Eric Hankey on the sideline not happy again. He has been visually frustrated tonight. And again, we've talked about it. Salida is moving it at will. They are just not taking good care of the football.
Well, and yeah, I mean that's one of Hankey's frustrations in game week 0 against Summit, is they moved the ball all over the field. Felt they just really dominated the game, and yet they lost that game, and he doesn't want to see that repeated.
Ball moved back to the 29-yard line on the left hash, working right, or make it left to right. Here's the turn, handoff, Farney hit at the ankles by Yates across the 32-yard line. That's a gain of about 3. Again, we mentioned Vince DeLeo is not available tonight, so heavy doses of Cody Farney. Cody had 28 rushes in the first 2 games. He's already got 12 tonight. That was a pickup of 3 yards.
Well, and he's, 12 for 95, I believe, or abouts, and yeah, he's well on his way to 100 yards here in the first half.
Case and Hadley go out to the right side as Hadley is slot. And here's the turn. Over to Farney. Keep by Bridger Russell. I think there's a broken play, and look out. There goes the quarterback. Midfield, 45-40, and out of bounds. That was a broken play. Somebody missed their spot. Russell turned it around the edge and took off like a just crazy man, and he's able to get all the way down the field for 23 yards and a first down.
Well, we've talked about that kind of that reverse spin pivot that he does in the backfield, and that time I think he was supposed to give the ball to Farney. Farney didn't take it. He was able to keep his both hands on the football, and the misdirection of that went for a big play.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Broken play, you messed up, turn and get upfield and get what you can. That time it turns into a nice gain. All the way down to the 43. Russell the throw, looks out. He's got Severin Case, who makes the grab at the 41 and then reaches to the 40. Nice job on an open field tackle by Shiloh Marine. Shiloh was a sophomore a week ago. I thought played big in the second half.
Well, you and I both really liked Shiloh Marine last week. He's a tall kid, 6'1", 150-pound sophomore that really had a great summer, and he's going to be a really good player down the road.
Shade Hadley wide left. Dylan Lay slat left as Bridger Russell works out of the gun. He brings Severin Case in motion. They toss it out. Severin tries to cut upfield and runs into his own man and nowhere to go. Joey Evans, the junior, got knocked backwards by Jack Baroni. First negative play of the night, at least in terms of yardage for Salida. They lose 5 yards. It'll be third down at about 13.
Well, a great stunt on the defense by Villalobos, and was able to get into the backfield. He did not make the tackle, but he ruined that play just by penetrating off that stunt.
Third down for the Spartans at the BV 45-yard line. Salida a little bit late getting out of the huddle. Still have time, though. We might try to take a throw here into the wind as 2 guys are in motion. This play shouldn't count. It does, though. Russell rolls out, looks down the field, and the pass is incomplete. Okay, there is a flag down on the far side of the field. This should be a do-over before anything.
Should have been a dead ball, like you said. Maybe with the wind, you couldn't hear the whistle.
It is howling around down there. It's a nice night otherwise.
Yeah.
A few clouds in the area. But now the officials getting together. And if you're Salida, you're just hoping right now that the officials do this correctly and you get your third down again.
Right, yeah.
Because Bridger rolled out and threw an incomplete pass. So illegal motion is the call. Should be third down again back at midfield. Salida will have third down and 18 yards to go. The officials, though, are not putting that up on the downstick. And now it looks like a punt unit is coming out for Salida.
Still third down. I don't know if the Salida Spartans know that, though.
I think they're going to make this fourth down because BV's declining the penalty.
It should have been blown dead before the play ever started. That's
incorrect.
That's a little bit of a break by Buena Vista there on a botched definition of the call.
Yeah, that's too bad. For either side, you want it to be right. That is not right at all. 8:24 to play in the second quarter. I think it looks like they got a 2 on the downstick. They do put the 4 up. Dylan Lay is out to punt. Michael Morgan looks like is back at his own 15-yard line. Remember, into the wind. It is died down a little bit, though, so keep that in mind. Full house tonight at Spartan Stadium in Salida. Salida bringing a couple guys in late. Snap is high. Lay goes up and gets it, and he gets off a beautiful-looking punt, but it's into the wind. It is held up and skips down at the 25-yard line, and the Spartans will down it. It looks like at the 28-yard line. That punt is officially only going to be, let's call it 22 yards, but it came off the foot correctly, but it went straight up, perfect spiral, and just kind of stood there.
Well, if that was with the wind at his back, that would have been a 60-yard plus punt as he got a hold of it. But unfortunately, in the wind, you kind of got to line drive it almost like a 3-wood off the fairway.
First down and 10. I like that. Is that how you hit your 3-wood? I like to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good way to go. First down and 10 for Buena Vista, who looks to have captured the momentum right now. Here's the turn. It's a keep by Hargrove. He squirts through the middle, across the 35, down to the 38, near a first down before he's wrapped up by Garduno and company for the purple jerseys of Salida. But there's that time Salida selling out on the sweep. They forgot the quarterback.
Well, yeah, Salida during that last possession had trouble with the sweep and the veer, and this time they correct that, but Hargrove had plenty of room up the middle of the field.
8:09 to play. If you're just joining us, Salida 7 plays, all kinds of momentum, went right down the field and scored, but they've turned the ball over since and lost confidence. Buena Vista has jumped them and scored twice. Here's the keep by Hargrove again in the middle of the field, dancing across the 40 to the 42 as he gets hit at the knees and dragged down in the middle of the center circle. That'll be a gain of about 5 yards.
Well, and again, nice really patience there by Hargrove. I also see Denver doing a better job this week than last week, carrying out the fakes and his footwork on the run, and that way he's getting a little bit more yardage when he does keep it.
8 rushes for 17 yards a week ago. He's got 5 carries for now 5 yards here in this game. Second down and 5, working right to left in the middle of the field. Hargrove will bring camp in motion. They give it to Toby on the end around, breaks a tackle to 45 up to midfield, still on his feet. He reaches across the 46 to the 45, and down he goes. Cole Seitz is there. Ryan Moltz is there. Another first down run of 15 yards, and right now Salida cannot stop the sweep.
Well, and I don't know what it is, Andrew, but, in this series we've talked about Buena Vista really has just owned the series 8 out of the last 10 games, and it hasn't even been competitive the last 4 or 5. But after that second turnover, Salida just has kind of not had the same spark. They've not had that same step, and they're getting beat at the line of scrimmage now, where they dominated the line of scrimmage the first 10 minutes of the game. So they've got to get that momentum or that fire back.
Let's go down there to our third member of our team down on the sideline. Danny, how's the energy?
Get that spark back. What y'all are talking about is what the Salida coaches are trying to do right now. Coach just had the entire offensive line on the bench all set down. He was in front of them, and it was nothing more than a Newt Rockney speech in there at halftime. Come on, guys. You can do it. Get back in the game.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. It'll be first down and 10. Buena Vista is moving. Their first drive, again, 3 and out. But let's not forget, defending champs, they're number 1 right now in Class 1A. And after kind of getting past that initial shock, they're showing it.
Well, like I said, you're not going to knock Buena Vista down once. Number 1, they're going to pop right back up. You got to knock them down and knock them down and knock them down, because they're going to keep coming at you. And right now, that's what they're doing.
Currently on a 14-game winning streak. That is tied for the longest right now in the state of Colorado, regardless of classification. In the middle of the field from the Salida 45-yard line, players bounce around one another, and Salida is in the backfield. They used a timeout. First man there is H.L. Scott, the nose tackle. And if you're Salida on defense, you want to start getting that pushback again up front.
Well, that was what they were lacking right there. So a good timeout or a good talking to by the coaching staff of the Spartans. And there was 6 or 7 purple jerseys in the backfield to get that penetration and get that stop.
Under 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. It's 14-7, BV leading it. A win last week against Alamosa. Salida picked up a 35-21 victory at Pagosa Springs. Out of the shotgun is Hargrove. That's where he'll be pretty much exclusively. Here's the turn. They give the end around. It's Michael Morgan who's got it. Nice reverse fake. Down to the 40, 35-20. Runs off a purple jersey. Breaks the tackle. Gets hit from behind inside the 28. And a little razzle-dazzle right there from Coach Matt Flavin. And it picks up big yardage. It'll be 17 yards down to the 28-yard line.
Well, really nice play call. You get them fired up after a talk, and they're firing off the ball as that front 7 of the Spartans, and you do the reverse, and it was wide open, and Morgan having himself a nice first half here in the Spartan territory.
Great idea. Salida had over-pursued the play. Looked like they'd stopped the sweep, and what do? You flip it right around. Hargrove calling for it. He barks out signals. Camp comes in motion. They give it to Toby. End around, breaks the tackle, gets around the edge, and is hit at the ankles at the 25, falls forward to the 24-yard line. That'll be, I think, his shortest effort of the game at 4.5, maybe 5 yards. But you could see the block is coming. McGinnis and Atha have both pulled over and gotten the block, and they've gone to Baroni on the other side.
Great job there by Hayden McGinnis. He actually pancaked a couple Spartan defenders on that pull from his right guard position, and that was just a really nice looking play from the offensive line side.
What do you do when you lose as many guys as this team lost, 11 guys on either side of the football? You go back to your 2 guards that are all-state guys, used to be quarterbacks. 2nd down and 5. Hargrove rolls right, looking to throw it. It gets hit and escapes pressure. Somehow he comes back running across the field inside of the 20, 25, hit from behind, holds onto the football as a first down, and then some. And Denver Hargrove dances in the middle of the field for 11 yards and a first down into the red zone.
Well, just a nice play of keeping at it. Kind of what we saw in the second half against Alamosa is the Buena Vista Demons just scrappy. They will not go down. They won't give up. And right now they're outworking that Salida Spartan defense.
That was not a great effort at tackling. If you're Salida, you got to be a little bit better. There were guys that were kind of getting close. Nobody really wanted to put the hit on. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line officially, working right to left towards the north end zone. Under 5 minutes to play in the quarter in a 1-score lead, trying to extend. Hargrove calls. He turns left, gives the ball to Dylan Jewell, and Jewell gets hit by Xavier Miller-Barnes from behind, but not before grabbing 3 yards off of Jack Baroni's right side.
Well, again, like you said, the first quarter, Salida Spartan defense, the first person around the football made the tackle. Now it's the second or third person around the football is making the tackle. So a lot of missed tackles, broken tackle type stuff happening here in the second quarter.
Tell you what, BV didn't look inspired early on. They've got it. Salida on the other side has struggled to find that inspiration. Here's a man coming on the edge. It's Toby Camp. Slips a wave again. Now he gets out wide to the numbers, the 10, the 5, and knocked out of bounds. Should be, depending on where he goes out, near a first down. They're going to give him the 6. I think they got to make the 4, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be third down on the sticks. But again, Salida had a chance. They were in the backfield, but just couldn't wrap Toby Camp up.
Well, they're not keeping their legs. They're kind of diving in there and leaving their legs instead of exploding on contact with your legs. You tackle with your legs more than you do anything else.
Third down and about a yard to go. 1 for 2 in the game for the Buena Vista Demons. A tailback directly behind the quarterback, Denver Hargrove, is Dylan Jewell. Barking out signals. Morgan comes in motion. They give it to Michael on the end around. No, they throw it over the middle. Wide open in the end zone is Toby Camp. Touchdown. Touchdown, Buena Vista from 6 yards away. What a fake. What a throw. Salida completely fooled, and Buena Vista has a 2-touchdown advantage.
Well, again, I talked about Denver's faking ability is better this week than it was last week, and the continued improvement there was evident on everybody went with the fake to Morgan. The entire flow of the defense went that way, and Camp slipped up the middle open for a nice little touchdown.
2-point conversion try now as the Salida fans have gone dead quiet. BV on the other side, they're going nuts. Here comes Morgan in motion for the 2-point conversion. They give it to Michael on the end around. He sees a seam. He cuts it inside, and he's in for the 2-point score. And the BV Demons have a 22-7 lead. Dan Reitnauer is down there on the other sidelines. Buena Vista fans are going crazy over there.
And they are back in this game. They like their position. It was pretty quiet over there at the beginning of the game, but not anymore. What I'm seeing is the zip is really gone for the Salida defense. They came out, they were playing to the whistle. Now, halfway to the whistle, they think, oh, the play is out of here. I'm going to stop. They allow themselves to be blocked off. They're not staying at home. They're not taking care of their area, their territory, and they're paying the price.
Thank you, Danny. High school football tonight is being Well, the Spartans, as Danny mentioned, it's pretty clear to me they're not in the right spots. You can tell they're starting to play just a little outside their means, and in doing so, they're not trusting the guy next to them, and it's opening up big lanes. And give credit to Buena Vista. They got hit first, and they have come back and with a purpose.
Well, they have. They jumped right back up and hit Salida a few times, and Salida hasn't kind of been the same.
Here's the kick. High and deep, and this one's over the head of Farney, but it'll be into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. First time this season. I don't think BV thought they could do that much this year, but with the wind at their back, they're able to put it out. 4:07 to play. We're in the second quarter. It's 22-7, 22 unanswered for the Buena Vista Demons. A couple other games going on tonight. Lynn Gates, what are we looking at on the docket?
Well, I don't have too much because somehow my phone just died on me, but I do have At the 2A level, TCA is up 13-7 over Sterling. That game is at Sterling. Florence 14-7 over Rifle, 2-0 Rifle team. And
it looks like as the Salida Spartans come up, they're looking for a backside screen. It is snuffed out right away. Venegas is there. That's a loss of 4 yards, and Salida on the execution not quite there. So it'll be a loss of 2. And Salida right now, again, just looks like the wind is completely out. Got to rediscover it. We'll get back to those scores here with Lynn. Sorry to
No, that's okay. I was going there. Yeah, definitely. And like you said, the wind is out of the sails. But again, Salida Spartans kind of with their backs to their own end zone going against the wind offensively.
Salida needs a drive as Bridger out of the gun, calling for what he wants his receivers to do. He's got 2 to the right. He brings one of them in motion. It's Severin Case. Give up the middle. Farney squirts through across the 22 to the 24. That's a nice pickup, but it'll still be 3rd down and long on the gain of 4 yards.
Well, I really like Farney and how he's playing. He hits the hole hard, and he has been, for sure, the bright spot for that Salida Spartan offense here in this first half.
I don't know if Cody is tired. 13 carries now for 101 yards, but his last 5 carries, only 12 yards out of the gun. BV gets off the ball quickly. They go right back to Farney, and the ball's on the ground. It's loose. It's picked up by BV, and they're taking it to the house. They scored. Holy cow, the ball was out. I thought that Farney was down. That's the 3rd fumble of the game for Salida, and BV cashes in for 6 more. Dylan Jewell, I believe, recovered it and took it in 21 yards for the score.
Well, yeah, I kind of was with you. I thought the ball play had been dead, but it must have scored it out right before Farney was down, and with the bounce off of the artificial turf, it came right into Dylan Jewell's hands, and Jewell just untouched waltzed in for a huge returned fumble for a touchdown, and now the game has really changed
That
hands.
might be a backbreaker right there.
Yeah.
That was not what Salida was expecting. I thought that was a very conservative call on 3rd down and manageable. I don't know if they're just afraid to throw it into the wind. Remember, BV gets the ball first in the 3rd quarter. Salida literally now shocked on the field. End around, they give it to Morgan. Same play again, and Morgan reaches across, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. What a turn of events. Salida scores first. They go up 7-0. 32 in a row points. Make it 30 in a row. Reeled off now by the visitors from Buena Vista, and they regain their advantage.
Well, they do. You know, the mental thing at this age, Andrew, just amazes me. As you know, I've coached not only football, basketball, but it is a big deal. And when the momentum or the flow of a contest starts going away from the team that has not had success and it goes to the team that has had success, it can really make a difference in the game. You know, the game can be over way before it should be over. And the mental side of the Spartans not being able to be competitive the last few years is definitely showing signs here.
Well, that's one of the things that Coach Eric Hankey's tried to insert into this program. 2009 was the last time this team made the playoffs. They were hoping they could do it this year. Again, they've moved up to Class 2A, played much better. They've changed their offense where they're going up and down the field on people, but big bugaboo turnovers. They've now committed 3 tonight, and 2 of those have been cashed in for 16 points.
Yeah, and like I said, the second one was big, and the third one here, like you said, might be a backbreaker.
Teed up at the 40-yard line with the wind to their back. This one's over the head of the Spartans. They'll let it go out of the back of the end zone. 2:48 to play here in this first half. Salida, Lynn Gates right here. If you're Salida, we mentioned on the last drive, you need something for confidence. What are you telling the guys now?
Well, you still got to play. I mean, you know, at 23 points, it looks like a large separation, but honestly, the way Salida moves the football, you can get back in this game, but you're going to have to put your chin up and look to the sky a little bit instead of to the ground and start playing some football.
Crazy to see as Russell keeps it out of the gun. Late pitch out of the option. He's got a man to the 25, the 30. Flag comes in across the 35 to the midfield, and there goes Severin Case. Big play for Salida. I don't think it counts. Severin's running to the 20, 15, 10. Hit from behind and out of bounds. This would be a 65-yard run, but there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage, and Coach Luttrell's not happy. Fans are throwing all kinds of stuff out, and the play does not count. It's a holding penalty on the Spartans.
That's a really tough call out there in space, because honestly, the way that Russell made that play and created that timing to pitch it over to Case, it couldn't have been better. And whatever happened on that in space had absolutely no bearing on that big play, and that's a play that stings really hard when we just talked about them trying to get right back in this thing.
Great idea. Again, it worked. That was a huge play. It is negated. Second big penalty on the Spartans. Another one came on field position. You try to get something going. You have a positive play, but you also just tire two guys out. Severin Case is winded as he comes back to the huddle. 2:33 to play, quarter number 2. I believe it's 32-7. They haven't put up the other 2-point conversion. Lynn, what do you have?
I have 30-7.
You have 30?
Yeah,
30-7.
14 and then 22 and now 30. Yeah.
There we go. So it is 30-7 in favor of Buena Vista, the number 1 team in Class 1A. They had a couple of their votes get shrunk up, though, this week. Back at the 10-yard line now is Bridger Russell and company. He comes under center. He will turn left. He hands the ball off to his tailback left side and bolting through for maybe a yard or two that time. And Buena Vista might have ripped the ball free again. It's on the dirt. Oh, my goodness. BV's got it again. And Eric Hankey just busted a clipboard in half. Salida has turned it over for the 4th time in the game.
Well, Toby Camp got in there quick, and he was the one that made first contact. I think he was the one that actually stripped the ball out, but I didn't get who recovered it. But, yeah, you could see from the reaction of Hankey and Russell and some of those offensive kids that they need to learn to take care of the football a little bit better.
Yeah, tonight not pretty for the Salida Spartans. They're having all kinds of trouble. Out of the gun, Hargrove with it at the Spartan 14-yard line, looking for the throw over the middle as Blakenbeckler's the 8. Catches made, tackled immediately on the slant route by Severin Case. Good coverage on the play. That'll be a pickup of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, and again, with that wind behind your back, Hargrove has looked sharp in both the passing and running, and then, like you said, the kickoff's been good. The wind maybe is the one thing that nobody really thought would impact this game, but it has.
Well, it certainly seems like it's affected the play calling, certainly. 2nd down and 5, clock under 2. Buena Vista trying to put it away in the first half. Out of the gun, Hargrove rolling to his right, looking, and Camp is covered. Hargrove's going to tuck it. He runs at the 5, ducks inside the 3, has a first down, and is down at the 2-yard line before Severin Case, I believe, comes up with a tackle. Xavier Miller-Barnes is there as well, but let's actually see on this spot. I think they stretched the chains down, and now they mark it backwards a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd down and inches, just inches. Wow. I don't think Denver got a great spot there. They give him the 4-yard line. So 3rd down and a few. Out of the gun, Hargrove turns end around, and Salida, can they make the tackle before the end zone? They cannot. Touchdown, Buena Vista. Toby Camp again is into the end zone. The 4th time he has seen the purple end zone of Spartans written on it, and Buena Vista is putting it on Salida tonight in the Chaffee County Showdown with 65 seconds to play. It's 36-7.
Well, and just again, a great push from that front 5 of the offensive line. They, as much as they got dominated in the first 10 minutes, in the last 12 to 14 minutes, they've dominated that front 7 of the Salida Spartan defense.
It's amazing how fast games can get away from you and turn. I would say as much as the players are shocked, coaches are shocked right now for Salida. You mentioned it, 10 minutes of dominance gave them a lead of 7-0, and then we have seen 36 in a row reeled off. Here's a quick pass over in the middle, and I believe incomplete for the conversion. So a couple of successful tries and a couple not so successful tries, but a big quarter by Buena Vista. And, Lynn, I know you talked about trying to make something happen, but Salida, they're going to have a lot of work to do. They don't get the football left. They've tried to get momentum the last few times. You almost have to take a knee right here.
Yeah, you do. Buena Vista got the 2-for-1, so to speak, where they're scoring a touchdown at the end of the second quarter, and they'll be able to receive the football to start the third quarter, and they're really like a snowball now that's going down a steep hill.
Danny, you're down there on the sidelines. I know the wind is playing a factor. Do you notice it seeming to affect either side a little bit more?
Very much so. It is directly out of the south. It's picked up now to around 25 miles an hour. We have a thunderstorm to our southeast, not near us, but to our southeast. We're getting that downdraft. I'm turning into a weatherman now. But that's what we're getting, that wind coming in from that. So it's not all the time. It's intermittent, and it's been perfect timing for BV.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it. Like you mentioned, it is a big, big quarter tonight for the Demons. 30 points in the frame. Kick is away. It's an end-over-end kick heading for the sidelines. Farney I think he touched it, and now it goes out of bounds at the 8-yard line. The official throws the flag. I don't know if Farney didn't not touch that. And that, to me, that's a mental part of the game. Like you said,
yeah.
Salida's not with it right now.
Right. The way Farney reacted, it seemed like he must have touched it. But break for the Spartans is they'll get good field position. But like you said, just Farney, more than anybody, came out ready to play football. But now mentally, he doesn't look quite as sharp as probably he should be. And Coach Hankey's going to gather up his offense here with 1:04 left to go in the second quarter.
Buena Vista using a timeout. If you're just catching up with us, we'll have a full recap for you at halftime. Salida goes down the field and scores in 7 plays. They've got all the momentum, but then Buena Vista 3-and-out punt. Salida gets it back. They're driving. They turn the ball over, and really since that first turnover, Salida has kind of been sliding backwards. They turned it over on the next possession, and 3 of their next 4. They've gone back-to-back possessions with them having it and turning it over, and Buena Vista has cashed it in for now 24 points in the football game, similar to what we saw against Summit in game number 1. 21 points directly off turnovers tonight. We've seen 6 I guess officially off of that, but 36-7. You got to play 4 quarters, but you got to at least get to the second half if you're Salida. And now it looks like they're going to line up and re-kick this.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what they
must have had a
decided here.
penalty. A different
offsetting
one to do it again, but they've moved it back 5 yards. I think they're going to let Salida try to take this kick. 2 guys are back. Farney at the numbers. Sev Case is at the hash marks of the 10. Straight kick. It's end over end. It bounces, and Case is going to wait and watch it knuckle out of bounds at the 10-yard line. We've got 64 seconds to play. I don't know if that was all worth it, but tell you what, I think Dan mentioned it. The wind is messing with guys on the field right now.
Yeah, it really has affected the game on the kicking game, good and bad, depending on which side of the ball you're on or the side of the field, and then also in the play calling, like you said, and then the passing game. And I thought that in the second quarter, Salida has been a little bit more conservative in their play calling than Buena Vista was in the first quarter.
Salida hasn't tried to throw it in the second quarter hardly at all. Bridger Russell is 2 for 4 passing for 13 yards, both completions to Severin Case. And Eli Smith is the big play guy for this team. They tried him one time. He didn't catch it. Got to go back there maybe? We'll see. Bridger's got a strong arm. Let's see how the Spartans play this. It'll be at the 40-yard line. Working left to right. 1 timeout at the disposal of the quarterback. Russell, 4 wide receivers, 2x2 the set. He's got a tailback Farney back there. He'll swing it out left side. Gets enough on it, and the catch is made by Case across the 45 to the 46. Severin stays in bounds, and Salida's going to have to hustle.
Well, yeah, again, though, like you said, Russell has the arm strength to throw it into the wind. That was a dart about 20 yards across the field. It was only a 5-yard gain, but he showed strength on that.
Yeah, long throw to laterally. They get it back out. Wide receiver bubble screen. Eli Smith makes the catch. 50-yard line. First down. 45-40 and hit out of bounds. And the sticks will move on the pickup of 14 yards. And there's Eli Smith's first catch of the game. Again, well set up. Got a good block on the outside from his teammate, Severin Case.
Well, and like we just said, Bridger Russell threw a very nice pass about 15 yards to the side to set up that screen. And I'm sure Coach Hankey's probably thinking maybe I should throw the ball a little bit more.
36-7, 33 seconds to play in the first half. Salida's trailing. They have turned the ball over 4 times, 4 fumbles. They have lost all of them. Out of the shotgun is Bridger. He looks to the sidelines. He'll make the call out from his quarterback. He's got time. BV looking like they're showing blitz. 3 down linemen. They come hard on the right side. Quick throw out to the left, and it's incomplete, looking for Shade Hadley. Bridger had to unload that one early as blitzing through was Dylan Jewell.
Well, that time, he wasn't on target there. But again, we talked about one of the keys, Andrew, is I thought Salida's offense had to be balanced, and if they can spread those defensive backs and those linebackers out here, maybe they have something going for the second half offensively.
Very young secondary for this BV group. If Salida can get it on the edge, they work out of the gun. Low snap, Russell pressure, rolls to his right, loads up, and way too high of Eli Smith. 27 seconds on the clock, but it will be third down. Bridger is 5 of 8 passing for 31 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. The difference, 4 Salida turnovers. They turned it over a couple of different times on consecutive possessions in the first quarter and in the second quarter. And right now, again, just trying to gather any kind of momentum. The crowd has been wild tonight, but Salida's folks have been quiet the entire second quarter. Third down and 10, looking for the 29-yard line. Man in motion, fake the end around. Russell steps up in the pocket, rolls up, looks for a man wide open as far, and he can't make the grab. Throw is high, and we've got an injured Spartan back on the logo, and I think that is Hunter Wall, who might have gotten the wind knocked out of him, and that'll stop the clock with 22 seconds left.
Well, Hunter was blocking Jack Baroni on the edge as Russell was rolling to his left, far sideline, and really didn't see a whole lot of contact there. Let's hope he didn't get rolled up on a knee or an ankle.
I think he got knocked backwards. Baroni just kind of came into him very, very hard. And athletic trainer Dan Evans is down there on the field, one of the best in the business, taking a look to see if Hunter is okay. That pass, again, just going back to the play, we'll keep it right here for the minute, but you go back to that play, Lynn, wide open, you're dealing with the wind, and it was that time certainly visible on the throw.
Well, it was the last 2 throws. He's 5 for 9 now as Bridger Russell, and missed the last 2. One was high, or actually the last 2 misses were high, and I think it's just because that wind's getting under the ball as Hunter Wall does get up, and it's going to be helped off, but he's not putting a whole lot of pressure on that left leg. Well, now he is a little bit, so that's a good sign.
Multi-sport athlete, one of the best on the golf team. Been doing both all 3 years since he's been in high school. He knows that that's kind of where he might be at. He's grown tremendously in his high school career. He's gotten better. Played as a freshman with this team 2 years ago when they won 6 games. But Salida right now on 4th down with 22 seconds left. I know you normally punt, but I think the Spartans are going to go for it, and kind of in the sense of why not. 4th down and 10 from their own, or make it the BV 39-yard line. Eli Smith, short motion. They roll out right, and Bridger Russell in trouble. Holds on to the ball. He is ripped down and sacked back at the 46-yard line. And Buena Vista comes up with a big play right off the edge once again. Untouched, Colton Blakenbeckler hangs on to Bridger and drags him down. And now BV with 17 seconds can draw something up.
Well, unblocked, Blakenbeckler came in and actually missed Bridger Russell the first time, but was able to get back at him and hog tie him back for a huge loss. And we know Coach Flavin, he's not going to take the foot off the gas pedal here with 17 seconds left.
That's a tough play for Salida, because now you leave yourself a little bit more vulnerable. It's already been, you've been saying, we got to get inside, but now you really need to step up defensively. Out of the gun is Hargrove. 2 receivers, 1 way out to the right. Solo coverage is Yates. Play action, rolling that side. Hargrove looking to his right. Now he's going to cut it upfield. He'll run it to the 45 to the 40 and gets hit down inbounds. 7 seconds left. Buena Vista now will use a timeout. They lost a couple seconds. They'll have 5.9 to work with. So 1 more play in this first half. Again, the story, if you're just catching up or you've missed it, Salida right down the field. Momentum for the first 10 minutes. Led 7-0. 4 straight turnovers and 30 unanswered here in this second quarter by the Buena Vista Demons has really just changed the game. Salida's had a couple plays where they looked like they could get going again, and then they fumble the ball away. And it just comes down to the little things. Again, this is really one of those games that Coach Hank and I talked about. He said, we have to do this one thing right tonight. If we don't handle turnovers, we're not going to win.
Well, and you and I talked about it before the game, and it was on the minds of both coaching staffs about turnovers in Salida. Both BV and Salida knew that Salida's potential is there for turnovers in that new offense, and still trying to master that offense. And unfortunately for the Spartans, they've come in bunches. 2nd
down, probably final play of the first half. Out of the gun is Hargrove. He's got his big fella here in Yates to the right. Blakenbeckler to the left. Pocket rolls left. It's a Toby Camp end around. Look out. Camp has room. 35-30 down the sidelines. Salida trying to chase him down. They grab Toby at the 10. Clock expires. There's a flag down. and trying to rip the football free as Camp goes down at the 10-yard line. It's a 30-yard run right now, but let's wait and see on the penalty flag. I think there was an illegal block at the end of it, Lynn.
Yeah, I think it was away from the play, kind of in the middle of the field, and Buena Vista's trotting to the sideline, so it is going to be against the Demons.
Officials getting together. Haven't heard too much from Fred Zerker tonight. He's our head official. He's got a crew from Canyon City, a couple guys from Cripple Creek. Some of them did a six-man game earlier this afternoon. Again, we talked about the shortage of officials. The other thing is with these guys, when they're doing so many games, you get overworked, start to be out on the field and miss a couple things.
Well, and unfortunately, they're not getting any younger. Most of the officials are in their middle-age years, so yeah.
So the officials have said it was a penalty against BV. Salida will decline it. That is the end of the first half. The Buena Vista Demons score 36 unanswered points after Salida scored on the opening drive of the game. Spartans turn it over 4 times. We'll go ahead and take a break for half.
have 17 high school sports. We have 9 middle school sports that we offer here for the school district. That is by far a great number. We give kids the opportunity to take advantage of any sport that they want to, for the most part in a school district our size. No, it's just exciting. I mean, I truly believe, looking at the other teams in our leagues that we participate with, we have a lot to offer our student athletes here at Salida High School and Salida Middle School. The best thing I like about my job is the kids, interacting with the kids on a daily basis, developing those relationships, knowing that I'm an advocate for them. I'm a fan of the kids. I want to make sure that we're providing a safe environment for them, and an environment that they can excel at and grow as young, responsible young adults. I mean, it's absolutely the best part of the job. I wouldn't trade that part for anything. It's just amazing. Every time I have the opportunity to talk about the sports and the activities that we have for Salida High School and Salida Middle School, it just gets me excited. It gets me excited because of the opportunities that we are blessed to be able to pass on to these kids. Well, obviously it's early in the year for me to talk about this year specifically, but I know last year we had 70% of our student body was participating in an activity. That's just phenomenal, the numbers. And I know that our enrollment has continued to increase. Right now, I believe last week at the school board, our enrollment was at 361, and that's up from 325 last year. So we just have a lot of exciting things, a lot of growth, a lot of people moving into our town. I mean, when you look at this town and what we have to offer with the mountains and all the recreational activities that we have for Salida High School, it's going to continue to grow, and we're excited about that. So what I've learned as an athletic director that makes me a better person is the relationship part of it. It's all about the relationships, developing positive relationships, treating people with respect, and just knowing that I want those kids to be better people than I am. And hopefully we're giving them the tools, and our coaches are providing them the opportunities where they grow as people. I mean, it's important that they grow athletically, but I think that we want them to grow, more importantly, as good people. I'm a firm believer that a student that stays active, not only in the activities that we have as far as our athletics goes, but also in physical education class, in drama, in Knowledge Bowl, in FBLA, all the clubs we have. It's critical that a student stays active while they're here at Salida High School, and we encourage it tremendously. We believe that they stay active, that they become better students, they become better people, and again, this is a growth thing. We want our student athletes to continue to grow, we want them to move forward, and we want them to have success. You know, this community has supported our school district over the so many years since I've been here as an athletic director. It's just phenomenal. It's a special thing watching the community come together to support our student athletes, our school. The teachers we have here are phenomenal. The staff that we have here that are teaching your kids, I'm being biased, but they're the best in the state. We've got great administrators, we've got great teachers. We have so many great positive things. I'm not going to quit growing, and I challenge my coaches not to continue to stop growing either. Whether that's reading books, whether that's going to classes, whether that's going to clinics, we're committed to making sure that our programs are getting better and better, not only athletically, but also academically. We want our students, when they leave the Salida School District and they participate in athletics here at Salida High School or the clubs here at Salida High School, we want to know that we serviced them, we gave them the ability and the tools to go on to become better people, better spouses, better parents, and who knows, better coaches one day. It's important that we're providing an environment that they grow. I mean, some of the best experiences I have later on in my life, if I've seen kids come and go through Salida High School, is seeing them after they've left and they come back and they have their own families, and watching them with their kids and their spouses. I mean, that is just phenomenal when you see a kid succeed. That's, in my opinion, the true definition of success. It's not necessarily how many wins and losses you've had in life or here at Salida High School. It's how you succeed once you leave Salida High School, and you go on to succeed at your life. It's about the life. So that's what we look forward. That's what I look forward to, and that's a special part of my heart, watching the kids come back and seeing them grow into great young men and women.
Ridiculous.
I know. It's
I think they should have to add 3 more minutes. I wonder if they change that rule.
Wow.
Everybody.
yeah, they added it.
Okay. You get 2 minutes.
Cool.
Well, welcome back to Spartan Stadium on Eagle Country 1. Yes, our weatherman Dan Ridenauer is down there on the sideline. We'll get down to Danny in just a little bit as we get this second half started. It's still comfortable temperatures, 65 degrees, but that wind is swirling, and it looks like it's supposed to do so, at least until this game ends, between 25 and 15 miles per hour. Xavier Miller-Barnes has it teed up on the right hash of the 40-yard line, working right to our left. Slide in purple. White jerseys on the road tonight for Buena Vista. Two teams separated by 26 miles, and it is a deep kick. Michael Morgan makes the grab. No, he dropped it. He's going back to his own end zone. He has to pick it up and I think bring this out. No, it's going to be a touchback because he's in high school. If the ball hits the end zone in any way, shape, or form, it'll go out to the 20-yard line. That's a huge, huge break for BV.
Yeah, it's just a different rule than you see on TV. That's why everybody kind of always goes, why'd you blow the whistle? But anytime it breaks the plane of that goal, whether it's been touched or not, it is a touchback, goes to the 20-yard line.
And that was, again, you talk about it for Salida. You need a couple things to go your way. That was one of those plays that the wind gods just didn't want it to happen. So, by the way, Salida has the wind for this quarter. Buena Vista will open up at the 20-yard line as quarterback Denver Hargrove will work out of the shotgun. Dylan Jewell is directly behind him. Toby Camp slot right. Michael Morgan slot left. Two big fellas above 6'2" on either side. Hargrove is calling for it. Camp comes in motion. They give it to Toby on the end around, and he is hit and brought down in the backfield. Xavier Miller-Barnes on a solo stop and a tackle for 5 yards. And Salida's players on the field asking their crowd to come to life, but it's going to take a string of plays like that to try to get them going.
Well, Miller-Barnes filling in there where Hunter Wall would be, and I don't see Hunter Wall on the sideline, but let's hope he's okay. But that was a huge stop and good penetration from that front three of the Spartan defense.
Second down and 15. Here comes Morgan in motion, trying to get Salida to jump, and they do. H.L. Scott comes across the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty on Salida. And Buena Vista, man, that's a bread and butter play right there. Got to watch the football, be disciplined if you're in purple.
Yeah, you do, and that's the 5th penalty on the night for the Salida Spartans, and that was a big one there.
Huddle for the Buena Vista Demons just underway in the third quarter. First minute of action, 36-7. The number 1 team in front. Buena Vista with it and the lead. They bring Morgan across the formation, and it's an end around. Salida stretches it out there in the backfield. Eli Smith is there, stretching it all the way to the 29-yard line, and that is a loss of 2 yards. Salida did what they were supposed to there, stringing it out, and then they wrap up and make the tackle in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long.
Well, Eli Smith is one of the players for the Spartans that really can have a difference in this second half for his team. He's a very athletic kid that can make plays on both sides of the ball, and that was a big one there for the sophomore.
Yates wide right, Camp slot right, Morgan slot left. Blakenbeckler is out way at the numbers on the left side. Solo coverage, 3rd down and 12. Camp in motion. They fake it to Toby, and he gets the end around actually in the backfield. Xavier Miller-Barnes is back there at the 13-yard line, 5 more yards backwards, and Salida looks like they have cleaned up the sweep. They get the discipline as Xavier Miller-Barnes makes a couple of tackles on the drive. It'll be 4th down.
Oh, this is just very similar to how the game started. Salida with all the momentum looks like the better team to come out of the locker room, and they did what they had to do is get a stop on this first possession.
They get the stop. Now they need to try to come after a punt. Hadley's by himself back there. See if Salida comes for it. Hargrove is the punter. 1 punt for 21 yards in the football game, and now Yates will come in along with Blakenbeckler to block. Time still to go. It looks like Salida is coming for it. They do. Up the middle hard. Diving effort. The punt is away. Spiraling. And it will take a BV bounce inside Salida territory. Picked up by Hadley at the 50-yard line down to the 49. And he is brought down there. Dylan Jewell was the first one there. Great job on the punt by Denver Hargrove to get that one away inside his own 5. The punt officially is good for 43 yards and a return of 5 for the Spartans.
Well, we talked about special teams, Andrew, and we thought that Salida definitely had the advantage, which they seem to have. But Hargrove now 2 weeks in a row has punted the ball well.
So 1st down and 10 for Salida, needing points, and they need them quickly. But can they hang on to it? That'll be a big key for them in the second half. Russell at quarterback. He'll bring Kroschel in motion, who's in for the first time. Handoff to Farney up the middle off of the left tackle. Gets forward for about 2.5 or 3 yards. And the ball is picked up by Yates, but I think well down that time was Farney. You know, again, no instant replay. I think there were 2 fumbles in that first half that looked like they were down. Not so much argument from either side about it, but with no replay, nothing like that at the high school level, they just become turnovers right away.
Well, they do, but one thing we've seen and we just saw in that play is Buena Vista's going for that football on Farney.
Handoff to Farney up the middle, breaks the first wave of defenders to the 42-yard line, pushing to the 41. He's going to be near a first down and a gain of 6 yards before he is swarmed by white jerseys. The strong safety Michael Morgan was in there that time, also Shiloh Marine, but it will be third down.
Well, just very similar to the start of the game is they actually have fourth down on the down marker.
It is third down,
yeah,
is it not?
It should be third down, and the officials are going to come over and talk about it. But, yeah, Salida has all the momentum, and that spark is definitely back for him. Starting
to move the ball in chunks. Cody Farney, who was had a heavy dose in that first half, and now the officials are getting together. Again,
it's third down. I mean,
you realize where things are at, but you got to get we've had a couple calls that you can tell the guys are tired. That goes back to, that's not just this crew, but that's the whole problem with officiating across the state of Colorado and lack of officials. Third down and 1. Salida hasn't snuck the ball in a while. Do they do that right here? Here's the turn. Farney right through. First down to the 36-yard line. Good job by Farney. Got a good block from Mac Lucero. And I think Jason Prisby, who was in at right guard, coaches are high on this kid. He's a freshman, 6'2" and 200 pounds. He's got a big body, and that time he lowered the blow on Nick Villalobos for the first down.
Well, we talk about the sophomores and juniors, but there's a great freshman class here at Salida as well.
First down and 10. Salida to the line of scrimmage quickly. Garduno late to get in. He comes in as an extra tight end. Turn left side. Farney puts 2 hands on the rock. Gets to the line of scrimmage and nothing further. Good surge off the right side by Buena Vista as they're in the backfield. Jordan Yates has been there, and Jordan is that outside linebacker roving player. He's played really well tonight.
Well, he has. He's really active. That is his 6th solo tackle unofficially, and he's been in on a lot of plays as an assisted tackles too.
7:37 clock moving in this third quarter. Salida down on the scoreboard by 29 points. Man in motion, Severin Case. They toss it out to Severin, trying to get wide, has a block, surges forward across the 31 to the 30, and nearly dropped the football at the end of the play. But again, Salida hitting the hole hard on those end-around plays as they get, let's call it 6 yards.
Kane Lairden on the tackle there, but I really like what Case brings to this offense. He has that big play ability, and they're starting to use him a little bit more as this game goes.
Smith and Case go wide right. Kroschel and Hadley are to the left. It is third down and 4, under 7 to go. Again, Salida driving, but they got some work to do as Russell telling his players what to do as he gestures out to them. 3 down linemen. BV showing blitz. They come with 3 guys. They don't come across the line of scrimmage. And now a reset on the line of scrimmage for Bridger Russell. He'll change the play and make a new call. Kroschel back to slot left. That's the tight side of the field. Out of the gun. Quick throw over the middle. They get it out. Hadley makes a grab. First down to the 25 to the 23 and out of bounds as he gets hit and run down. Baroni and I believe Jewell are out there for the tackle. But it is a first down when Salida needed it.
Well, really nice job by Kroschel over there to spring that with a nice block and kick out of the cornerback, which was Jewell, and made that play possible.
That's what it takes. A lot of those bubble screens, Salida has avoided that. Remember, this is the wind at their back going towards the north end zone. They've got to find a way to try to take as much advantage of that on offense. Hadley wide right, Kroschel slot right, Case slot left, Eli Smith wide left as Case comes in motion to the right side, makes a man miss at the 25, hitting the backfield, surges forward though, out to the numbers at the 20, making nothing into a 3-yard gain. Good job by Buena Vista getting up the field, but just couldn't quite finish the play at the line of scrimmage and in the backfield.
Well, again, Case, just like you said, made something out of nothing there. Really just decleated a Buena Vista Demon on the cutback there, but nice job by McGinnis to make sure that didn't go too far.
Second down and a long 7, short 8 on the right hash mark. Russell out of the gun, working again. BV's got 3 down linemen. Bridger calling for the football, turns left, and he pulls it back this time. He gets hit and dropped in the backfield. That was a running play, kept by the quarterback, but Hayden McGinnis was first there to greet him. Jewell gets up at the bottom of the pile along with Toby Camp, and it will be a loss of 1, 3rd and long coming up.
Well, there was 6 players from Buena Vista in the backfield there, and just too much penetration on that play that took too long.
To me, Bridger has to run the ball a little bit more. He hasn't done too many plays. That time, though, was not the correct read. 3rd down and 9. Salida looking for the looks like the 12-yard line. Back to pass goes Bridger. Looks over the middle, has a man wide open, and he slings and misses over to Eli Smith in the end zone. Eli had a beat on his receiver. I think he beat Marine that time, but the pass just wide. It'll be 4th down.
Well, just overthrew him, but really nice route there by Eli Smith. Got Shiloh Marine to bite for the fade and then came back to the goalpost and was wide open. That would have been an easy touchdown.
It'll be 4th down, and Salida most definitely going for it. It's 4th down and 9. Looking for the 12-yard line of Buena Vista inside the red zone. Russell with 3 receivers and a tight end to the left side. Here comes Kroschel in motion. They fake it to Kroschel. Bridger in trouble, reels out and throws it behind his intended target of Cody Farney, incomplete, and that will be a turnover on downs for the Spartans. Let's go ahead and bring in the 3rd member of our crew on the far sideline on Buena Vista's side, Dan Ridenour.
Oh, you bet. This is equal time, right? I mean, the 2 Chaffee County teams playing first half on Salida's side, second half over here on BV's side. I did have a chance to talk with Coach Flavin right before the resumption of play here after halftime, and I said, "Boy, Coach, you found this starter. You got the engine ignited." He said, "Just thank goodness for turnovers." So he's not taking anything for granted.
Thank you, Danny. 1st down and 10, working left to our right. Hargrove and the offense back to work. 3-and-out punt on their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Camp comes in motion, and they give it to him on the end around, and he bulldozes his way forward for a couple of yards. Salida strings it out correctly, and they get the tackle. Cole Seitz is there. Xavier Miller-Barnes again, and you can already tell 47 is spying who's ever going in motion. That's a gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, a really nice job again, flowing to the football as the Spartan defense here in this 3rd quarter. They need to get another stop.
4:47, clock is ticking. It is 36-7 in favor of Buena Vista. Number 1 in Class 1A. They have played like it tonight. Salida has not helped themselves. They've fumbled the ball 4 times and lost it. Here's the end around to Michael Morgan, trying to stretch it out wide to the 25, to the 28. Gets twisted down, almost a face mask, and it's going to be out about 2.5 yards short of the marker. Good run by Michael Morgan. Waited. Got over the outstretched arms of Eli Smith before Severin Case made the tackle with Cole Seitz.
Well, again, though, good flow by that Spartan defense, much better than in the 2nd quarter, but this gets a big 3rd and about 3 for the Demon offense.
Just 3 returning starters, but 2 of them are all-state guards. That's certainly helped, but a team that set the school record with 89 touchdowns, they had to work hard for 3 of them last week in a 22-21 victory. 3rd down and a couple. Buena Vista is 1 for 3 on the night. Shotgun work. Back to pass over the middle. Catch is made. Morgan's got it. 40-yard line down to the 42. Good fake by Hargrove. Almost shot put it over the middle of the field, and he's able to squeeze it into Morgan for the 1st down and pickup of 7 yards.
Well, big play for Buena Vista offenses. I believe Garduno was able to get a hand on the ball. It kind of looked like it spurted out through once it got through the line of scrimmage, and it was cradled there by Michael Morgan for a big 1st down.
If you're Buena Vista, that's exactly what you wanted. Try to keep the clock moving and not give Salida another possession with the wind at their back. Here comes Camp in motion. They give it on the end around, and Camp is hit in the backfield and tripped up. Xavier Miller-Barnes, another tackle for loss, and the sophomore trying to pump his guys up on the big play.
That's, I believe, his 4th tackle for loss of this football game, and 3 here in this 3rd quarter. He's come out with kind of on a mission.
Coach Hank was talking to us before the game. He said, "You know what, Andrew, I'm trying to rile the guys up, but I want them to play a little bit angry, play with that edge to them." Salida did that for 10 minutes. They did not do that for the remainder of the 1st half. They've slowly regained that on defense here in the 2nd half. 2nd down and long. Hargrove rolling right, wants to throw. Stops at the hash mark, in trouble. He slides his way across the 35-yard line and gets brought down. I think it's a sack on the play. Garduno and H.L. Scott are there. It's a loss of 6 inches on the play, and it will be 3rd down, first sack of the game for either team.
Well, I really like how Salida Spartans have come out defensively in this 3rd quarter. They're playing some football, and Buena Vista's going to have to earn every yard they get.
Clock at 2:20 and ticking here in the third quarter. Long huddle for the Buena Vista Demons. They just converted on third down, trying to go for it again. Yates wide right, Camp slot right, Morgan slot left. Looking for the play is Hargroves. See if Salida brings blitz. They do. They bring 5 up the middle. Keep by Hargrove. He runs high across the 42 to the 45, and he's going to be well short of the marker. He gets to the 46. That was third down and 16 yards, and Hargrove got, I'd say he probably got 10, 11 yards. I think he got 11 yards on that play when they put the spot down. That's a good run by the quarterback, but it will force a fourth down decision.
Well, yeah, and it's an interesting decision here as you'll be punting into the wind. Do you think about going for it if you're Coach Flavin and the Demons?
I think with all the momentum that they've got going, I would try to punt, honestly. But at the same time, may not go. You could go for it. BV was 0 for last week, 0 for 3, including late in the game. They bring Camp in motion. Back to pass. It's a throw over the middle, and Yates goes back, makes the grab inside Salida territory. He's got a first down across the 45-yard line. Eli Smith with the tackle, but that is a pickup of 10 yards and a first down.
Well, gutsy call there, but I kind of sensed that it might be happening, and that was a great comeback by Jordan Yates, the big junior, to get his paws on that ball and corral it for a big first down.
That's how you throw it, on the outside shoulder.
Yep.
Only your guy catches it. That's a very, very difficult high school throw to make. 60 seconds to play in the third quarter. Neither team has scored. BV with a cushion at 36-7. They bring Camper on the end around. Miller Barnes in the backfield, misses the tackle, and camps around the 40, moving forward to the 35-yard line. He lowers his pads and knocks a man over near a first down, all the way inside what looks to be the 34-yard line.
Well, that was a really good running there by Toby Camp after Miller Barnes missed another tackle for loss opportunity. Camp got the big yardage for another first down.
Tell you what, it seems like there's only been about one player in the gap to make the tackle for Salida. They've made it in the third quarter, but that's about it. Is the defense, again, looking a little bit gassed, and BV in no hurry. They'll take all the time they can as they break the huddle at the Spartan 36-yard line, making the 34-yard line on the far hash mark. Morgan comes in motion on the end around. Morgan's got it. He's hit, stood up at the 40, and dropped. Good job with pressure in the backfield by the Salida Spartans as they get back. Jesse Camp, the freshman, is there on the tackle. That is a loss of 6 yards.
Yeah, nice job there by Camp. And I was just going to say, when Xavier Miller Barnes came out for a break there, he was really upset at the lack of effort maybe from some of his teammates, and he had some things to say as he was coming to the sideline, and it's great to see a sophomore do that.
That is the end of the third quarter. Neither team scores, but Buena Vista on the road tonight, 26 miles away. They have the 29-point advantage. We'll take a timeout. Line before Case trips him up. That'll be the penalty or the lost yardage back for 6 yards. It'll be third down and 10.
Well, and again, another nice job of flowing to the football and getting not missing the tackle are the Salida Spartan defense. That third quarter was a fast-moving quarter, well played by both teams.
Yep, it was. Salida stepped up defensively, but you can do things defensively, but your offense has to answer. And instead, we saw Salida have the ball one time in that quarter, and they did not get any points. They got inside the 20-yard line. And now looking for another stop. They're looking for any kind of play to help them get points on the board. They scored first. Yet since then, it's been all Buena Vista. Hargrove pumps, looking downfield. Good coverage out there. Hadley's there. He leaps, and he knocks it away from Yates at the 5-yard line. Blanket coverage over there on the far side of the field. Danny, right in front of you.
Oh, Shane Hadley, he was all over the ball. He had his eye on the ball all the way in. Great coverage, like you said. He got the inside on the receiver. I do want to give you an update because Salida is missing a key component on their offensive and defensive line in Hunter Wall. He is out for the rest of the game. We don't know the extent of his injury. He got caught falling back on his left knee. He's on crutches on the sideline right now. They'll check it out further tomorrow, but he's done for the night.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it. 4th down. BV looking like they're going for it again. Out of the shotgun is Hargrove. He wants to go on the draw play. Steps up in the middle of the field, and he can't break containment out across the 32. He grabs 3 yards, but Salida stays home. Xavier Miller-Barnes is there again with Eli Smith. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, nice job again by Miller-Barnes, who's played a spectacular defense in this second half.
So Salida will take over on offense through the first 2 games, averaging 419 yards, had 475 a week ago. Tonight, not near that number because they haven't been able to hang on to the ball. 4 fumbles in that first half on, I believe, over 6 possessions. It might have been 5 possessions for Salida. They lost all their momentum, and really that's where the game got away from them. And now we got whistles and stoppage of play, and a timeout is taken by Buena Vista. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. 10:59 to play, quarter number 4, 36-7. Buena Vista leads it on Eagle Country 104. 30 here, please. Danny was waiting to go smoke. I was like, oh. That's how screwed up the wind is, by the way. It's literally coming.
I know.
First down and 10 as Salida takes over. Bridger Russell at quarterback. He's got a back directly behind him. It's Cody Farney filling in for an injured Vince DeLeo. Here's a quick shot over to Eli Smith, and it's in and out of the hands of number 27. Was turning his head upfield and just couldn't quite haul it in. Salida had that play on the, I don't know, was it their first play of drive number 2, went right off the hands following the short punt, and that sums up the night for the Spartans.
Again, just a really nice throw by Russell that time, and couldn't haul it down with Smith, but timing's just been off. It's either been a great pass and not a catch, or the pass has been off.
Spartans tonight came out strong, struggled since. They've showed some burst. They had a nice play wiped off as they handed the ball to Farney off to the left side. Got a block from Joey Evans and scored it through to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. That's a nice pickup on the down, but it will bring up 3rd down and a couple after the gain of 7 yards.
Well, and again, just a quick hitter by Farney and Russell for about 7 yards, like you said. They've seen that a lot tonight.
3rd down and a couple. Hadley goes wide left. Russell taking his time. Salida not in much of a hurry. Under center is the quarterback. He turns right, hands the football off, and looking for a couple yards. It'll be a 1st down across the 42 and lunging forward to, it looks like the 44-yard line. Good-looking carry again by Farney. That's a difficult handoff. Salida's run that play since Coach Hank has been here, but Bridger has always kind of struggled making that step and a half for him. It's kind of an awkward motion. Usually most guys take 2 steps. He takes about 1 and kind of reaches it into his tailback.
Yeah, he's a little bit taller. Kind of the timing is a little bit more difficult for him.
Cody Farney, 20 carries on the now as Bridger starts under center. Now he backs out to the shotgun. 1st down and 10 from their own 44-yard line, working left to right. Bridger with it. BV showing blitz. Man in motion across the formation, and Bridger might have dropped the ball. He gets it, and instead he's sacked. That was a jailbreak blitz by BV coming right up the gut. Hayden McGinnis leads the charge. Jack Baroni not far behind. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards.
Yeah, it almost looked like a screen, Andrew, as 3 defensive linemen or 2 defensive linemen and a linebacker in there instantly, and Russell had nowhere to go with it.
I don't think Salida picked up the blitz at all. I don't know if that was supposed to be a design screen or a bubble to the right on the short side of the field, but if you're Bridger Russell, you got to take that thing back and kind of airmail somebody instead of taking that big a loss. Second down and long. Here's Case in motion, right to left. Give up the middle. It's to the tailback. Farney tries to stiff arm a man, gets to the 40, and that's as far as he goes. Jack Baroni's a hard guy to stiff arm as he grabs 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Well, that's a 5th unassisted tackle by Baroni, and like you said, he once he gets his hands on you, you're usually not getting away.
Cody Farney, 21 carries for 131 yards, 36-7. With 8:45 to play in the 4th quarter, BV leads. Russell to throw on 3rd down. They get it out to Case quickly to the 45 midfield and loses his feet across the 48-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of the necessary yardage, but that is a pickup of 12 yards on 3rd down.
Well, and again, Case brings that spark, that big play possibility every time he touches the football, and he almost scored it out of there for a really big gain.
This is the most we've seen Salida try to use Severin all season. He had 2 catches through the first 2 games and didn't have a catch last week at Pagosa. Set 4th down now and a couple yards. Russell under center. He turns right. He hands the ball off. Farney's through. First down to the 45 and hit the waist by Denver Hargrove along with Shiloh Maureen, but the sticks will move and the clock will temporarily stop.
Really nice job by Mac Lucero getting the key block on that 1st down carry.
Cody Farney doing a good job tonight, but he's responsible for a fumble. Bridger Russell's responsible for 2 fumbles, and we believe it was Ben Fuller who came in and tried to run the ball, and he fumbled the ball as well. That one was returned by Cole Seitz, 30 yards or 20 yards for the touchdown. 1st down and 10. 1 receiver to the right, 2 backs behind the quarterback. Russell to throw, looks over the middle, wide open. Eli Smith at the 30. Now he cuts to the sidelines to the 25, outside the numbers at the 20. He tries to go barreling over a man at the 20-yard line, and that's where he goes down. But a big play for the Spartan offense.
Well, again, we talk about it. Eli Smith is a player that can change the game. Has really a big receiver in Eli, does Russell, and connected there.
19 yards on the completion. Bridger Russell to Eli Smith, 2nd catch of the game for Eli. Working into the red zone. Salida's been there 4 times tonight. They have scored once. Out of the shotgun, Russell looks to the sideline. Farney directly behind him. He's got Kroschel slat left. Hadley's out to the left side. Here comes Kroschel in motion. Triple option, give up the middle. Farney has 2 men spying him, and he has hit at the line of scrimmage. And the officials are going to give him, I think, 1. Good surge again by Buena Vista off that right side.
Well, nice job there by Baroni and Toby Camp to duel that tackle.
Approaching 7 minutes, 2nd down and 8. Salida trying to get something going. Eli Smith, who is on the sideline, trying to come over to the coaches, getting a breather right now. Again, so many guys playing 2 ways. Russell wants to throw it, looking to the end zone, and incomplete. Pretty good coverage out there on the edge as Salida bringing a couple new guys into the fold today. Michael Feather was in, tried to throw him the fade route, incomplete.
Well, I really like in this 4th quarter going against the wind, the passing that Russell has done. They've been a lot more aggressive in their play calling, where they were more conservative at the 2nd quarter when they were into the wind the first time.
BV by 29. Salida trying to change that. Get some points here late in the 4th. Trying to make something interesting. Neither team scored in the 3rd quarter. Russell swings it out left side. He's got it. Kroschel at the 20 to the 15 and out of bounds at the 14. It was 3rd down and 9. And I think Kroschel got 7. If they give him the spot, I think they will. And now they're moving it backwards. That's not a good spot at all. So they mark him down. Kroschel back at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 4, and Salida will take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. High school sports is being brought. So be sure to tune in for that for all the scores around the state. It is 4th down for Salida and 5. Russell to throw, looks to his right, has Case, and it's in and out of the hands of number 3. He was going to be close to the marker. Tough throw by Bridger Russell, and that'll turn it over on downs. Salida tonight 1 for 4 on 4th downs, but this all goes back to still, I know we're beating the drum a little too hard, but 4 turnovers in the first half, and you watch the other team come out and score 36 in a row. You're forced into possessions like that where you don't have a high percentage of converting.
Well, like you said, 4 turnovers, and then also just some consistency mentally and physically from the defensive standpoint.
36-7, 1st down and 10. Buena Vista with the football and the lead, working right to left. Counter action, they give it up the middle to the tailback. That's Dylan Jewell. Dylan hasn't gotten a lot of carries yet in the football game. He gets about 1.5 yards before Salida is in there, and I believe that is Christensen who is in on the tackle for Salida. 2nd down and long. 6:19 clock moving in the 4th quarter. Again, couple of injured players tonight for Salida. Coming into the game, Vince DeLeo, the leading tackler, starting running back, out. Not available tonight, not available next week. Not sure about his return yet. Hopefully for league play, coaches are saying. Here's the give again up the middle, and Salida in the backfield. It looked like Farney was there, but a little bit of a burst of speed out there on the run up the gut for Buena Vista. Got about 3 yards. Looked like that was Shiloh Marine, wasn't it? Who was that?
I couldn't see who that was. It looked like Marine, but I'm not sure that would be Shiloh.
Kind of look like he's a guy that's getting some of the carries. A lot of new faces. Hang with us. We'll get you. We'll get the guys that are out there making the play. Getting a couple different guys. That's actually Venegas.
Okay.
Who's back there. Pablo, or Nick, or I'm sorry. Let's go with Nick Villalobos.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Nick is doing a good job. Here's the end around. Toby Camp trying to get the first down to the 21 on 3rd and 8. He will get 3.5, maybe 4 yards and be shy of the marker. And with 5:13 left, Salida will take a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. 36. On CR150 in Salida. They're ASE and ICAR certified and pride themselves on friendly, courteous, and professional. Salida used the timeout, thinking BV might punt. This is it's an old school rivalry game. You got to think you're inside your own 30, and Hargrove does go back. It looks like he will be in the punt formation. Salida was playing close initially, and they will now take a couple of guys back to receive this punt. Be careful here. Denver could boom one. Gets it away. It's a high wobbler. Hadley makes the grab at his own 38-yard line to the 40. Outside between the hash marks and the numbers. Gets to about the 45-yard line. And Hayden McGinnis, first one there to meet him. And Salida will again take over on downs. Danny, you're on the sideline over there in front of the Buena Vista faithful. As always, they have come out once again here tonight.
They are breathing a little easier right now, put it that way, in front of the student section. And boy, they are still going. I mean, it's like the game just started. Here it is, 5 minutes left. And they're excited. They were a little worried at the beginning of this game, but they're breathing easy now.
Thank you very much, Danny. Along with Lynn Gates, I'm Andrew Stossmeister. All Buena Vista here tonight. As Bridger Russell will take over. Might be interesting. Might see David Zwingers here late in the game. Bridger back to pass, has pressure in his face, throws it over, catch is made. Case at the 49-yard line. Tough catch over there in front of Baroni and Toby Camp, but he grabs it for 4.5, let's call it 5 yards.
Yeah, really nice throw again into that wind by Bridger Russell, who's showed some arm strength here.
That's a tough throw to make, especially, like you said, the wind has been howling most of the game, 20 to 30 miles an hour. As Danny's been telling us, conditions are certainly cold down on the sideline. 2nd down and 5 at midfield. Salida on the right hash, working left to right. Back to pass goes Russell. Loads up, in trouble, ducks a man, gets out of the sack. Now he steps around a man to the 45 of BV, down to the 40, outside the numbers. Gets hit and swung down for a 1st down run of 11 yards. I don't know how Bridger got underneath the outstretched arm that time of, I think that was Jack Baroni for the sack. Instead, he turns it into a nice run, and the sticks will move.
Well, and again, Russell showing some athleticism there and a little bit of strength. He was able to keep his feet under the pressure and then make that broken play into a real positive one.
Under 30 yards tonight. Bridger had almost 150 yards a week ago in 2.5 quarters. 4:10 to play in the 4th. Buena Vista in front by 29. Russell to throw, waits, cocks. Now he throws it over the 25. He's got Eli Smith wide open and then tackled at the 21-yard line. Camp is there on the tackle, but another big chunk picked up through the air. This is what we thought we'd see Salida doing tonight.
Well, and again, you just, if you're Salida, just consistency. When you're consistent, good things have happened, and they've got a bright future here with this group.
1st down and 10, Case in motion. Handoff goes to Farney, and I think there's somebody moving. I think Salida moved early before this play, or did BV jump? Severin Case is pointing to BV's side, and it is an offside penalty. And one of the differences in high school, they're usually going to blow that dead. They're not letting them play through much anymore.
Yeah, that's true. And like you said, these officials, they're seeing double probably by now. They've had the double game, and probably their 4th, maybe on their way to their 5th game of the week.
First official penalty tonight for BV. That's a nice figure for them. 2nd and 5, ball moved up to the Buena Vista 15-yard line. Russell tapping on his helmet, pointing to his wide receivers. He's got 4 to work with. Farney, his tailback directly behind. Blitz off the edge by BV. Swing pass, Case, 15. Slide step to the 13 and wrapped around the ankles and tackled at the 12 near the marker. Might actually be down at the 11. Good job by Baroni again getting over there. Matt Thompson in on his first high school tackle. The sophomore is there. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, and again, just really nice job by Case using that quick feet to make something out of nothing.
6 catches now for Severin Case, neighborhood of 40 yards. Russell to throw again. Quick slant is high, and Bridger missed Eli Smith, what could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and again, that was a little bit high, and Eli did a nice job just trying to get a hand on that. But that's kind of been this second half with the offense, is just the timing or just that much to having things go their way.
That was 3rd down, so it should be 4th down, right? Stick says 3rd. We'll go with 3rd, I guess. Under center is Russell. Waiting. Now he's taking his time as he looks at the back judge, getting everybody down. 2 men behind. Turn. Handoff. Farney. Burst of speed inside the 10 to the 5. Maybe the 6-yard line. His knee goes down, but he's got the 1st down. And it'll be goal to go with 2:57 to play in the 4th quarter.
Again, quick hitter there on 3rd and short, which, I really don't know if it was 4th down or not. But now 1st and goal here. Salida has played toe-to-toe with Buena Vista in the second half.
Yep, just one key figure, 4 turnovers. BDV did turn the ball over on their second drive with the first drive with an interception. Russell under center. He turns left, and he keeps it. He has the angle, and he is in. Touchdown, Salida, with 2:38 to play in the 4th quarter.
Well, and again, a nice ball fake by Russell drew in the interior of the Demon defense, and he really had no defender near him as he went to the far pylon for the touchdown.
Correct read that time from Bridger. Again, still trying to be assertive. Week 1, struggled against Summit in the first half, was better in half number 2. Last week was very good in the first half, struggled in the 3rd quarter, got injured, and left the game. He did not play in the 4th quarter. David Zwingers came on beautifully in relief and was very sharp. 36-13, Salida, with no reason not to, will stand out there and go for 2. Looking for the conversion try. BV is 3 of 5 on 2-point conversions. In contrast, handoff up the middle, and no, it's kept by Russell, and he gets in for the conversion try.
Well, and again, nice job on the fake by Russell, and a nice little drive there and conversion by the Buena Vista or the Salida Spartan offense, and just again reiterate kind of Salida You take away the second and third turnovers, the one that was run back for a touchdown, and you can always say ifs and buts. We're candy and nuts. We'd all have Merry Christmas, but Coach Hankey has some things to build on with this team, and even in this game with this offense.
Certainly seen some good things. Danny, have you been talking to Lynn again? Maybe not. Okay, that's a good response. We'll go with that. Now we get to see always a fun play in football. The onside, 36-15. As we'll see who's going to handle this opportunity. Salida has gone for this already this season once. They did not recover the kick successfully. Giovanni Berry has been the kicker, but Dylan Lay is going to be asked to onside it. He's got 4 guys behind him, and that'll put 6 in front of him on the short side of the field. BV trying to come up for it. Here's a kick. It's a good skipper, but it gets out of bounds, and that'll be the flag will come in. That's the perfect onside kick to the open side of the field.
Yeah, it is, and especially on this turf, you expect it to get the high bounce. It just didn't get the high bounce on that.
That was a good effort. That's what you want. That ball was skipping.
Yeah.
BV just kind of stayed out of the way, and they will take over. And now we might see a couple of the backups come in potentially. 2:38 to go, and the game pretty much in hand. Buena Vista, if you're just joining us, fell behind 7-0 on a 7-play drive from Salida, but the Spartans would turn the ball over on 4 of their next 6 possessions. At the end of the first quarter and into the second, Buena Vista turned that into points 3 different times to score a total of 21. They outscored Salida 28-0 in that third quarter, and they will now take over at their own 47-yard line. First down and 10. Starter still out there for Salida. Hargrove out of the gun brings Michael Morgan in motion. Keep by the quarterback, and the ball's on the ground. Salida's got it. They're going to recover the second turnover of the game. Hargrove put that on his hip, and the ball went behind him. And I think coming up with that football, I think that might be Trevor. No, that's not. That might be Hunter Clark or Brock Good, one of the guys wearing a little bit of a different colored purple jersey. So that's interesting. That could add a little bit to it. Salida's still down a little ways, but they take over. 2:34 left.
Well, it makes you wonder, Andrew, like you said, if they'd have been able to put the ball in the end zone in that third quarter on their first possession when they got it down around the 10, 12-yard line, what this would be like.
Back to throw, looking for everything. Hadley's open, and the pass underthrown just a little bit. Great defense back there, and that is Shiloh Marine looking for the seam route to Shade Hadley, who had about 2 steps, but the ball underthrown just enough, incomplete.
Well, and again, you hate to say it, but it 2 more inches, that's a touchdown.
Good idea, and again, Salida took a shot. What do you do? I mean, wind's blowing against you at 22 miles an hour right now. Second down and 10 from the 48-yard line of Buena Vista. 2 guys tight to the field again. BV shows blitz. They come right up the middle, and the quick slant is incomplete. I don't know if Hadley got caught that time, but looked like he lost his footing. Incomplete.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe either tripped up there a little bit or stopped a little bit on the route thinking Russell wasn't going to lead him. But that, again, was a bullet pass from Russell.
A lot of guys just stood at the line of scrimmage for BV. Didn't think the play even started. It didn't look right. Eli Smith will be wide right. Sev K slot right. Varney behind the quarterback. Both teams certainly looking a little bit more tired, but BV in a much more comfortable position. Hadley goes out on third down. They bring Kroschel in motion. Handoff, Varney on a cutback, looking for the lane. Reaches inside the 42 to the 41-yard line. Be a gain of 6 yards, and it will be 4th down. Salida's had some issues tonight on third down. They were 1 for 4 in the first half. They're a little bit better at 3 of 6 in the second half. But, again, you look at the key down. That's where Salida also has not been very good.
Well, most of those third downs have been, reasonable yardage to get to that first down. They just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, a lot of less than 5s.
Yeah.
4th down and 3, let's call it. Long 3. Got to get to the 37-yard line. Out of the gun from the 40. Russell brings Case in motion. Give to Varney up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Sidesteps inside the 36 to the 35. First down to the 34 before he is hit down at the ankles. That time, I think McGinnis was close, along with his teammate Dylan Jewell.
Yeah, and again, just, high knees by Varney and nice drive. with the legs to get extra yardage after the first contact.
Approaching 90 seconds, Salida does not huddle. Kind of just depends on their pace if they want to do that. Out of the gun, blitz up the middle. Russell in trouble, flush to his right, runs to the numbers. Now he's going to tuck it and throws it late. He's got Smith wide open, who makes the grab down at the 20, let's call it the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 9 yards.
It's so hard to teach young quarterbacks to keep their eyes down the field when they're running with pressure, and Bridger Russell did a nice job of keeping his eyes down the field and finding Smith.
Clock does not stop. And here comes Case in motion, right to left. Handoff, Farney up the middle. First down inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line, and that will stop the clock. And now the coaching staff for Salida trying to hustle up a little bit, saying, look at the clock.
Well, right, yeah, you got to have a little sense of urgency here.
Got to get going. Farney's 24th carry of the game. Russell wants to throw. Two-step drop, looks to the end zone, has a man open, and overthrown for Shade Hadley. And again, there's another pass that went into the wind, had a lot behind it, but kind of looked like it angled off a little bit.
Yeah, it angled out of bounds, actually. It looked like it was going to be easy touchdown, and then the ball kind of carried just about 5 yards too far. Hadley was open.
Salida getting in. It looks like they're going to huddle this time, as Smith will break it, walking to the right side. Some confusion with 45 seconds left. Salida has a couple timeouts if they choose to use them, but just trying to get into the end zone. It looks like one more time. Case in motion, right to left. They fake the toss. Russell has to rush it. He gets the ball out. Catch is made by Farney at the 15, but now Salida, I think, has to call a timeout. Now they're just going to keep going and keep trying to hustle. That was a good connection. Big hit by Buena Vista.
As they will call the timeout now, kind of let about 5 seconds off the clock. But, yeah, that was a really nice, well-executed play.
Danny, I know the game is not officially affected by the wind. It's certainly causing havoc, but we saw the approach in the first half. You see anything different in half number 2?
Well, to tell you the truth, not really, because like you say, it's a little chilly down here. It has changed that. I didn't have on a coat till halftime and said, oh, it's starting to get cold. And this wind certainly adding to that. And they are sort of overcompensating because it's an intermittent wind. All of a sudden, it'll be calm. And you get it back here as a quarterback, you're putting some heft behind it, and then the wind dies down. That's the type of wind we're dealing with.
Hey, Danny, we just want you to know we appreciate you hanging down there in the freezing cold weather.
No, it'll get freezing cold later in the season. It's just chilly right now.
I was going to say, this is Indian summer for you. No big deal. 3rd down and 5 as Salida takes one of their 2 remaining timeouts. They will break the huddle and send Hadley wide left, Kroschel slot left. Dylan Lay, by the way, not in the game. Not sure if we've seen number 1. Russell goes back to pass. In some trouble. Now he kind of steps around a man at the 15 to the 10. Collard behind at the 8. And down he goes for a first down, I think. And that'll stop the clock with 25 seconds left.
Thought Russell might be able to go the distance into the end zone there, but nice job by Baroni.
What a spot.
Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
cow. They give him about the 8.5. 4th down. Over the middle, end zone. Smith has got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Salida with 14 seconds left. And Salida gets a little bit closer. They get into the 20s. It's 36-21.
Well, again, nice job by Russell. A dart to Smith on the quick slant for the touchdown.
8 yards out. So Salida give him the touchdown on 4th down. Had to work, I think, honestly, a little bit harder than they should have, but whatever it takes. Salida, who's thrown the ball 19 times in this second half, they've had to come out and throw it in this 4th quarter with nothing to lose. A lot more hits than misses.
Yeah, definitely has. A lot more aggressive play calling here against the wind in the 4th quarter.
Russell will keep it. Late pitch. He's got Severin Case trying to angle, and he's in for the conversion. Nice job. They brought Severin all the way around. Long time to hold, and Salida gets into the end zone with a 2-point conversion. So it is now a 13-point game with 14 seconds left. But I think this is a nice boost for Salida, again, showing that, hey, we got things. We got to get a couple of other really simple things cleaned up.
It is, and I think a couple things that Coach Hankey can really take out of this second half is his defense made some stops, and then offensively, the Russell being able to pass the ball really slung it around the field, and then Case, kind of the emergence of Severin Case as a weapon offensively to kind of take up some of the slack lost by DeLeo.
Eli Smith with his second receiving touchdown of the year. It is now 36-23. See if Salida tries the onside again. Dylan Lay, a guy that's still pretty new to football, has come out of the game. They took him out, put Trad Kroschel in. I thought that was another big change in the slot, and Salida had a little bit more success. This time, ball's going to be teed in the middle of the field. BV is preparing for an onside. Salida is going to run at it. They're going to try again. This one skips. Salida trying to wait to go 10 yards, and they fall on it at midfield. BV didn't come up and get it, and the Spartans will recover with 14 seconds left.
That was amazing. It took forever to get to 10 yards, and there was about 5 or 6 Salida Spartans around the football and not one demon. And as soon as it went 10 yards, number 4, I believe Ryan Molt, was able to jump on it for the Spartans.
Salida was able to make a circle around the 50 and wait for the ball to come to it. If you're Buena Vista, you got to go get that. That's a great onside kick, though, in that regard by the Spartans. So one more chance, couple more chances here with 14 seconds left. BV brings everybody up the middle. Russell in trouble. He tries to scramble to his right. He's at midfield. He chucks it back across his body, and the pass is intercepted. Michael Morgan with a great play from the secondary comes up and picks up Bridger Russell, his second interception of 2016, and that will do it.
Yeah, that's the ball game there, as again, an athletic play by Russell, but Morgan watched him the whole time, and a good break on the ball by Michael.
Didn't get a whole lot on that throw. Rolling to his right, no feet for Bridger. And the Buena Vista Demons can come out and take a knee on it. 5 turnovers tonight for the Salida Spartans, 2 for BV. First one looked like it would matter early on. Salida got some momentum, but they had the ball down at the 20, turned the ball over with a fumble, and things were never the same as Hargrove takes a knee, and that will do it. The Buena Vista Demons have come in once again as they hand Salida their 7th straight loss in this series. 36-23 final score, Buena Vista over Salida. We'll take a break. Our post-game show is coming up next